Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
Hey guys, we are here with Jace Avery from RIP Brain Jail.
RIP. Shut down by the government.
It's true.
I'm hanging. I forgot to
Yeah,
take
when
my
they
B12.
found out, they were surveilling your garage because they thought you were doing other stuff in there. But once they saw the podcast,
They figured out that most of the people who stormed the Capitol were actually listening to Brain Jail while they were doing it. So they had to shut us down.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be sick.
You know that guy
I mean,
that guy who tased himself in the balls was a huge BJ guy.
Well, I was there storming the Capitol myself, and I stole a cop's bullhorn, and I was playing it off my phone into it.
Yeah,
So I'm pretty sure
yeah.
Nancy Pelosi heard it. That was the goal.
Right.
The goal was to get AOC in a headlock and ask her what if Hitler was gay.
Yeah, and her head just explodes like a
Yeah.
fembot.
Damn,
Yeah, I
would
was trying to get Pelosi's bras, dude. I mean, Pelosi, excuse me.
I would get tricked hard by an AOC fembot.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would just stand there like leering until I got shot with the tit guns.
Right.
I wouldn't dodge.
Right. As it converts you to Islam
Yeah.
with a special blow dart.
I hate when a bullet sails through my head, eliminating the part of my brain that believes in Jesus, and then I die a Muslim.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
they give
exactly.
people lobotomies, they automatically become Muslim.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
My
like-
mom used to work on a state health hospital, and they would pray 5 times a day to the west. Yeah.
Well, that's why when they baptize you, they put it on your forehead because it soaks into the frontal lobe, and then that's where all your faith stays through your life.
Right.
Brendan, did I tell a story in here of the time I was in Silver Lake and I saw a Muslim dude quickly pull over and get the mat out and start fucking praying on the sidewalk?
I think you did. and
Really?
That's pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah,
How quickly did that guy get a writing job offer? Somebody threw him a staff position from their car.
Yeah, Warner Brothers helicopter appeared and just lowered a ladder to him.
Yeah, they're like, "Do you want to be the new Cameo? Get your butt."
Yeah. Well, when comedy comes back, I'm gonna stop in the middle of every set to get out my mat. So if it's a 5-minute set, I'm gonna probably spend 4 minutes praying to Mecca.
Right. Yeah, we knew growing up, I grew up in this very small Texas town, but we randomly had Muslim neighbors, and they were very nice, but they had a couch that was yay far, a couple inches off the floor that they would use, they would play video games on, and then they would use to pray to Mecca on the couch.
Oh, yes.
Which kind of seems like a cheat a little bit.
It does.
Yeah.
I wonder what the maximum number of inches is. They must have. Someone must have set that in stone. It's supposed to be a mat, but I don't know, like how girl comics always roast you for having a floor mattress. Maybe I'm just very faithful.
Right. Yeah. Where's my bed frame? I'm devoted to Allah.
Right. Yeah. That would be a very keeping up with the Joneses type of thing. Somebody shows up with a rug that's 8 feet wide or tall. I don't know how things work. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Oh, I want to say real quick, guys, and to the listeners that I'm very sorry, and I did not know that those were Lady Gaga's dogs.
What is this about?
Oh, did you not see that? Some guy just full on Scorsese style, just shot her dog walker in the street and stole the dog.
I saw that, but did you say a controversial take about the dogs?
No, I was pretending that it was me.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I hate comedy.
No, it's okay. Comedy sucks. I've actually been learning about, apparently, I don't know. I haven't really been reading. My theory is that I don't think the guy even knew that those were Lady Gaga's dogs, because apparently guys just steal French bulldogs and flip them.
He didn't. I don't think he did because you can resell them for like $10K. If they're young and in good shape.
Which means the dogs are dead now, probably.
Well, one of them got returned. She's offering like a $500K, no questions asked reward, but that's a trick.
Yeah, it's like the movie Ransom, but with Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked into it. I found out why French bulldogs are so expensive. Apparently, they've bred them so fucked up that like the males are too short to like mount the females correctly. So like when the dogs are fucking, you have to like hold him. You have to pick up the little
you have
guy.
to like suck the cum out and like spit it into the like female dog.
Dude, that would be like if like retarded kids fetched like $1 million in like the sex slavery market.
Right. It's like the rare Pokemon of children.
Absolutely. I did kind of empathize with the dogs though, because like the visual, like apparently the dogs, like when male French bulldogs attempt to fuck, they just fall backwards onto their back like a turtle.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, damn, I feel you.
Right.
Oh yeah, Barnard, you have big like selective breeding energy for sure.
Oh,
dude.
for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You could have been like English royalty or something. Yeah, I knew a guy in our old office who he had a pug, and I just was one time on the elevator. I didn't know what to say, so I was like, "Oh, your pug's cute," or whatever. He goes, "Yeah, she's great, but her eyes pop out from time to time, which is apparently a common thing.
Oh, God.
And she can't shit, so I have to stimulate her ass every day to make her." I'm like, just kill the dog.
Yeah.
Just shoot it.
Yeah, she's great, but she keeps doing Beetlejuice gags.
It sounds like she fucking went through the machine from The Fly.
Right, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like she's holding, like she would be pulling a shotgun to her own head if she did that. I really hate that, and I really hate when they have the crippled dog with the wheels or anything. Like, just kill it. Just put it down.
Mm-hmm.
Any dogs that don't take manual shits, or that don't take automatic shits, when the shits are manual, it's no good.
Yeah.
Our dog Emma has 3 legs, and every day I'm almost like about to put her down.
Really? Emma's
like
nice.
Every day
if she starts
does
walking a little slow, I'll just choke her out like I am Sam. I don't care. Or I am Legend.
No, I think you're right. I think that's
where's the I am Sam, I am Legend crossover movie?
Everybody's autistic.
Right, yeah. Yeah, the last non-retarded man left in the world.
Yeah. Because of an airborne COVID vaccine.
Yeah, exactly.
For some reason, I forget what. For some reason, I was thinking I Am Sam, but my brain was like, I thought you were talking about the movie Yesterday for some reason. What is I Am Sam?
Well, that makes sense because he loves the Beatles and I Am Sam.
Okay, all right, that's why I connected.
Yeah, you're doing an A to C. We get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah,
I Am Sam.
It's the movie Yesterday, but
really
it's someone comes through to the universe where Brain Jail never existed, and they have to try to record.
Yeah, it's the first guy to invent racism because Brain Jail never created it.
Got hit by a bus. I'm in another universe where they just never coined that lovely word.
Right.
Yeah, like a universe where only one guy remembers any of our podcasts. Like, not enough people listen where it's like life changing.
Right.
It's like things are basically the same.
Yeah, we're in that John Lennon house in Maine, and just one guy visited us to be like, there were some good bits on the show. And I'm like, thanks, man. Yeah, but my life is pretty much the same, regardless.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Do you guys have like dog brain, by the way, from just quarantine?
I think so. My brain has gotten like way, way worse over this. I mean, it was never good. It's really, I can't judge at all.
Yeah.
I feel mentally acute. I've been taking 5-HTP. I've got a vitamin regimen going.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm half joking, but I've also like I don't think I've ever been so informed, or like I've been reading books. I like took this time to like try to fix my brain, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's I just stopped working like 2 months ago. I was working the whole time, so I think this is my March and April of last year where I'm I've watched TikToks for 60 days straight, and I'm pretty much like almost mentally retarded. Like this is the longest I've talked to anybody, and I almost took a Xanax just to log onto this call because I was having a panic attack about just speaking to people.
It's
that.
weird.
Yeah. strangely enough, like my brain has never been worse, and I like went back to college with the pandemic, so I'm like I'm taking algebra right now, and I am straight up retarded.
Yeah, you're like those guys who go to jail and like teach themselves to become a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will become my own Malcolm X in jail. Yeah. I will get converted.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, my doctor already said I can't eat pork, so I'm halfway there, you know.
Damn, dude. How are you doing with that, by the way? You've got the mythic long COVID, apparently, right?
Apparently, yeah. I don't know. I've just been tired. It's gotten better in the last month, but like the first 2 months, I straight up could not like walk more than 5 minutes without like wanting to pass out.
Damn.
Really?
And I'm at the point where I'm still tired all the time, but it's hard to tell if it's depression or just like this long COVID shit. And then I got
it's a convergence.
Probably. And then I got some liver damage. The docs said my liver's all fucked up from COVID. So I'm supposed to be on this plant-based diet, but I'm not really doing it that well. So
Dude,
I just feel not good a lot of the time. What's that?
COVID turned you into an uncle. You have like a big beard. You're listing your ailments.
I know. I'm basically like, I just went from I wormed whole from 30 to 45. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a bad knee and like just yell at people.
What are you drinking right now? You're drinking out of like a 1950s milk jug.
This is my own piss. Our pipes broke in the Texas freeze, even though I'm still in California.
Yeah, it just followed you spiritually.
Right. Yeah, it only froze in our house, like some type of possession. Yeah. No, I've been trying to drink more water. So what I do is I taught myself how to chug a little bit, and then I just chug this like 3 times a day, so I get more water that way.
Oh, you're probably taking really satisfying pisses.
I keep these next to my computer, and I just like chug when I remember it's there.
Yeah,
exactly.
It does make me feel a little sharper.
We are like dogs because we can't just remember to drink throughout the day. We have to go to a bowl when we remember and drink too much water.
Yeah. Well, it used to be the only time I would drink water was when like I wanted to get up from my desk and leave my cubicle, and then that was like a good that or pretending to shit.
Right.
Yeah, actually, a job is like kind of great for your health because you are like doing all these pretend breaks and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you're walking.
But
yeah, walking.
But you also get like
leaving my bed.
You also, if you're me, get like 5 hours of sleep a night for like years. And that's not good. So it's crazy like having like when I got fired and then I just got 8 hours of sleep for like months in a row. I'm just like, I feel like it's almost balancing out the COVID effect on my shitty brain.
Right.
It's like wild, just like how colorful the world is.
Yeah, that's been the weird thing. Like my body has never felt worse, so that's been affecting my mental health. But like because I don't have to go to a job, like I still feel like I feel like what's that brain in the body from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Krang.
Yeah.
I feel like Krang right now, except my body is that of like fucking Raging Bull Jake LaMotta towards the end.
Right.
Yeah, but brain wise, I feel okay.
Nice. We got to build you a better body, Jace.
That's exactly. You got to like $6 million man me.
You're like
definitely
Master Blaster, but if the body part was a realistic retarded guy.
Right, exactly.
Instead of fighting Mel Gibson well, it's just doing John Cena moves.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just rehearsing for the 10th Fast and Furious movie. Yeah, I haven't realized how long my beard is until I logged on to here on it. Like, this is too much, I feel like.
Nah, it looks good.
No, it looks all right.
It's kind of got like it's kind of got like the bottom thing, you know what I mean? I just don't like it. I look like a bunch of comedians I hate now, so I want to shave it off.
Has it been a minute since you've seen yourself?
I broke all the mirrors in my house. I'm Howard Hughes. I'm drinking piss out of bottles.
You're probably the only guy who's ever worn a John Deere hat with a beard like that and clear glasses.
Right, and yeah, exactly. I'm throwing a little curveball across the play where it's like, okay, that guy's into Noam Chomsky and he's racist. You know, you can do both.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite kind of guy.
I'm financially liberal, socially conservative. We all know that.
Right. Right. Which is just racist and on welfare.
Right.
Oh, damn. Is that what I am?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, that's what I've been telling you.
Yeah, that is really, if you could describe the South in one sentence, it's that.
But so racist, you vote against the welfare.
Yeah, you're just like, you got to get it should only be for the right ones.
Yeah.
The welfare.
You're like, I will literally starve to death if I can say it. I have no qualms with this.
Right.
Damn, dude. Hunger strike for the right to end.
Jace, you were doing sales before you left your job, right?
Yeah, I sold security systems to businesses.
Oh my god!
Which is that's why I got COVID, because our market is very, very conservative. Because it's mostly. Oh, by the way, did I tell you during the protests last year? That was a fun time to be selling alarm systems in Los Angeles. Let me tell you, because business was booming. I made so much money during that month, and then. But it's still LA, so you call people out, and for the most part, they're like, I support Black Lives Matter. I think the cops are all pigs. I hate them all. But I'm about to drop $30,000 on this system so I don't get robbed again.
Give us your premium package, please.
Yeah, exactly. But no, the industry's so it's like all my coworkers are like fucking MAGA guys, and like I was basically like the liberal. Like, because I am like a liberal person. Like, I was like the liberal pussy of like the job. Like, they were always making fun of me. And then we had 3 dudes test positive for COVID. And then they had a mandatory Christmas party that you had to go to because they do testing during the time too, like to renew licenses and stuff. And we all had to go. We all got COVID. Like 30 out of 40 employees.
That's insane.
Got COVID.
So it's not really a Christmas party. That's how they make it mandatory?
It was first a test over some stuff we have to do, and then second a Christmas. But they could have also just not done it. Like it was all them deciding to do it, and then
they don't let you bail.
No, like literally, like if I bailed, like I would get ran up or like probably like let go or something.
Damn, you should have.
I tried to just stay away from everybody, but still it didn't work. And then one lady, her uncle died, but she claims it's not her fault, but. I wasn't going to argue with her on that. And then another guy was on a tube for a couple of days. So it was a fun time. It was a fun couple months. Yeah. I did get paid for about 2 months to stay home, though. But I mean, my organs were all fucked up because of it. But it's kind of like a nice trade,
Yeah. Get 2 months off in exchange for your liver. That's America, baby.
I'm not kidding. It's been a brutal 3 months over here. It's not been, my life has not been good for the last couple months. Job ending, liver damage, like new diet that I'm struggling with, other stuff that's too depressing to mention, and then like I have to move back to Texas for a couple months probably.
Oh, you do?
Well, Ben and Katie are moving. Because Tim's moving to Austin,
right?
To avoid the criminal charges, and then that's a joke. Don't take that seriously. Delete this whole podcast. So I'm probably I still haven't been able to get my unemployment set up yet, so I don't want to sign a new lease until I know I have money coming in or not.
Yeah,
even though I have that nest egg of money, so I'm probably going to spend like a month at my parents' house or something, just like waiting for that to come in, and then try to get like a place in like Echo Park or Silver Lake or something.
That's what I'm trying to move. I'm right near Echo Park right now. I'm trying to move into Echo Park proper.
Hey, dude, you got you studio? You got roommates? What are you doing?
Oh, I live with Isaac Hirsch. We live.
Oh, really?
Did you ever visit the old Mean Boys house?
Oh yeah. You're in the Mean Boys house.
That's where I am. Yeah.
Wow. I just see the wall fall down behind you.
This wall is literally buckling.
Yeah. No, I've been in that house. I almost moved in. They showed me a room. You know when you walk in and the room right to the left of the TV room?
Yeah.
Is like before the kitchen. I almost moved into that room, but my girlfriend at the time would not let me.
That's the room behind this one.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so sick that you're moving into a house so shitty your girlfriend won't let you.
My girlfriend wouldn't let me, even though she wouldn't come over. She was like, "You can't." And that we checked out the room, and they're like, "So this is it. It's like $400 a month or whatever." Which that was the main reason I wanted to do it. And there was like a knife stuck in the wall, like with a target thing cut out on it, and yeah. You go in the kitchen. There's like one coffee mug that's like the entire like piece of. I mean, I'm a piece of shit, like sloppy guy, but that was a little rough.
No, this house, the whole house is uneven because there was an earthquake. So like when you're walking through, like none of the pans sit evenly. Like if you put oil in a pan on the stove, it all slides to one side.
Right. You're like living on a cruise ship that like docked.
Yes.
Right. Just ran ashore. Yeah.
If you walk through the house, you get fucking seasick. You're right.
Right. You got that special stove that like goes on hinges like that.
Well, dude, yeah, like, cause like my girlfriend was here for like a couple days, and it would be this thing every time. Just walking through this house, you have to like pick shit out of your feet before you get into bed, or else you'll just be like rolling around in like dirt and like dead bugs.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, the rent's great.
It's amazing,
but yeah, but not fantastic.
No.
Yeah, Brendan, what are you doing? You got you roommates?
Yeah, I live in Burbank with a bunch of roommates.
Nice, dude.
But one of them, his girlfriend, I guess, is like at risk for COVID or something. So he just has been over at her place for a year, but still paying rent here.
Hell yeah, love that.
Yeah. And then there's two other guys. But yeah, for like a while it was just kind of me because like my one roommate like got COVID by like going on a bunch of camping trips over and over again and insisting that it was fine. So everybody kind of like dipped out to different places to quarantine except me. So I was just here for felt like 2 months where I was just like walking around the house feeling like I was haunting it.
Right. Yeah, dude, that's what I want, man. Like I got to spend, because like when I got COVID, Katie and Ben going to be here for like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I had the whole place to myself, and I kind of just want to get a 1-bedroom and just get like kind of lose my mind, over the course of some years.
Yeah, dude.
Like really get to the point where I can't come back anymore.
No, dude, if you'll cross the threshold, you'll white knuckle through it. You'll be much stronger.
You'll probably reach a point where you just break through to a nice little like not heaven or hell purgatory.
Yeah, well, you'll be on the eightfold path, dude. You're gonna go to sleep one day and wake up and everything's gonna have like fiery eyes, like that fucking shitty LSD art.
Yeah, it's like when Neo dies in the first Matrix. That'll be me. Yeah, I'm diving into a man's ass and making him explode.
I can't wait to see. One day I'm just going to see Jace like shoot up into the air from the middle of Echo Park, and I'll be like, "Oh, he made it."
Yeah, he's like, "Why is he blaring Rage Against the Machine?" Yeah, no, I think it'll be good though. I've never I've kind of refused to get a place of my own, but I think it'll be tight.
I could never afford it, or at least I thought in Philly. I remember being like, "What? Like $700 for an apartment? I can't afford it." And then now I'm like, damn, I could have bought property.
Right, yeah. You could have been the Monopoly man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just worth it. I don't know. I mean, and rent's going down here since everybody's fleeing LA. I'm seeing stuff in Echo Park, you can get a studio for $1,100, in a nice area. So
yeah,
that's basically what I'm paying now to live with Ben and Katie. So
damn.
Yeah. And this is the only thing the podcast is going to be about is the real estate market in Los Angeles.
We're trying to take it slow for your brain right now, all right, man?
Right, exactly. We're going to talk about this, and then I'm going to describe my favorite porns for about 15 minutes.
We sent you the topic list, didn't we? We're going to go over
cruising for a nice landing, yeah. I'm reading bits off of a teleprompter right now, like Obama.
I don't speaking of porns, I don't watch much porn, but I just got a 4K TV for the first time, so I felt like I have to just to see, and it's
you got to break it in.
It's way too much.
Mm-hmm. And can I ask, you asked for a 3K TV, right? Huh, fellas? Sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't get it.
Oh, like the clan, 3Ks.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, you get it.
Wow.
Gotcha.
Damn, barn dog.
Yeah, come on, man.
Who's got long COVID now? Who's got dog brain?
Maybe I do. I mean, I don't know if I have COVID or not because when I thought I had it, they didn't have tests yet.
Right.
Were you one of those guys who got really sick in February or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the same. So I thought I was immune, kind of, and then I just got my shit like rocked.
Dude, this is now I'm not a COVID denier. I've known 3 people who've died of COVID. I don't understand how I haven't had COVID because I haven't had it, and I've been flying across the country.
Right. I really think for the most part, like you got to be doing stupid shit to get it because that's how I got it.
Jace,
were you masked up at that party, or would they like bully?
By going to the party, by going to a place where people were known to be infected, that's how we all got it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I guess I spent so much time in like February and March just like riding the gold line, just like sticking my fingers in my mouth absentmindedly on the train, like just on the bus biting my nails. I was like, how the fuck did I not get COVID?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're in Chinatown eating pennies off the floor. Yeah, I don't know. Some people also just, I don't know. They don't have any effects from it or anything. So who knows?
Yeah. I mean, that's one theory is I had COVID. The other is I psychosomatically gave myself COVID because, like, from the pandemic, basically until I got fired was one long mental breakdown.
Oh yeah.
For the most part.
When did you get fired?
Let's see. It was like June.
Right.
Yeah, it was like June, and I remember telling people, I was like, yeah, I'm really scared of my job. I think I'm going to try to get fired. And I was like really framing it as like, yeah, I'm going to get fired on purpose. But looking back on it, it's like, no, I was having like a complete mental breakdown. I was getting fired no matter what.
Definitely.
Yeah, I was definitely doing the same thing. The first 3 weeks I drank every single like day just because I felt like I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
I just was going insane.
Were you that was after you got fired, or you were showing up to work?
No. I'm talking last year. Actually, getting fired was like a huge relief. And once again, I didn't even get fired. I basically said, "Hey, please," I begged them to fire me, and they said no. And then I just waited for the Biden thing to pass, and then I just didn't go back in anymore.
Nice.
So yeah,
Hell
but
yeah.
I was begging to get fired, and they still wouldn't fire me.
Yeah, they really don't want to. You have to. I mean, for me, I had to miss a lot of work because I kept doing things like going to the ER because I thought I was dying.
Were you having like panic attacks?
Yeah, I had a panic attack, and I went to the ER, and they like scanned my chest. They're like, "Get out of here! Come on,
get out of here, you scamp!"
Well, actually, the doctor was really nice to me, but like the nurse at the front desk, like I walked in, and it had already started to fade a little bit by the time like they called my name and everything, and I could go up to the desk. So I'm like describing my symptoms to her, and she's like, "Oh, you having panic attack? Why you come here for that?"
Why you come? Yeah, I had the same thing. I called the California Department of Labor to see what my rights were, like in January, because I wasn't sure about my job, but I was still out and sick.
Yeah,
and I was running out of sick days, and I called.
You don't have any.
Yeah, no, that's what I basically called the lady up, and I was like, I explained the situation to her. I was like, so do I have any rights? She's like, oh no, honey, you fucked, honey. I was like, there's nothing I can do. She's like, no, you can't do anything. Nah. I was like, so they cannot fire me and just not pay me. She's like, that is correct. You completely fucked. So she was very polite, but she's like, so good luck with that, and I'll see you in hell. And then we just got off the phone. Yeah, it was almost comically despairing, for a second. Yeah. But I'm fine now,
Yeah.
So I just had to cash out my 401k, which is a bummer, but that's enough money to last me for a cool second.
Jace, exactly how much money? Let's hear it. I'm totally joking.
No, I can't. I did that once. I always thought that was a funny bit, and then I made some friends mad at me. So I can't do that anymore.
Do you cash out the full 401k though? Don't you lose like a third of it in taxes?
You lose like 20% of it in taxes, which is a real bummer.
Damn.
But I'm not going to make it to 65 anyway. Who are we kidding?
Yeah.
Are any of us? Money's not even going to exist by then.
That's what I keep counting on. Like, I keep thinking about putting money away, and I'll be like, it'll just be useless in 5 years.
Yeah, I put money away for like 3 years, and I was like, I feel like a total dumbass. Like we're not going to have water in 20 years. What am I talking about? Money in a bank account?
Oh, sooner than that, dude. Everything is happening with. I used to say 10 years to be like a conservative. Everything's happening in the next 5 years. That's
right,
100% what I believe.
You know how they have those stories with like people go to hypnotists because they forgot their like Bitcoin password from 2007 or whatever. That's just me with my 401k. I have no idea where it is. Like, I definitely have money somewhere, but I don't have any papers.
It's with a different bank than the one you use.
I know that. I know that 6% of my paychecks for years was going somewhere.
Right. You somehow have old Confederate money somehow.
And they're like, sir, you requested it this way.
Yeah, you have U.S. war bonds from the 20s.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, especially like, and I mean, I don't really understand investments or economics at all, but like with just seeing the news of like Tesla buying like $1.5 billion in Bitcoin and saying they'll sell cars in Bitcoin, I'm just like, oh, so they're just going to take money. Like, like the U.S. like,
over.
Yeah, like the U.S. dollar is somehow going to be like corporately owned. You're going to have to like pay a fee to possess money.
Yeah, wasn't that what they're talking about with the, what is it, the Great Restart or whatever?
Jace, don't get me started on the Great Reset. Don't get me started. The Great Reset and the line have me so upset.
We started this by talking about porn. I apologize.
No, it's fine.
What
is the line?
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's just like, at the end of the day, I think everything's, I mean, you know, we'll have fun as long as we can, but I'm not counting on anything good to happen.
They're talking about, like, I mean, it sounds like it's essentially going to be like corporate indentured servitude, because they're talking about, their big thing is like digital currency, you won't own anything, everything will be like essentially like a gig economy rideshare service, so you'll have to pay to use services, and in a lot of cases probably pay to have your services used. Like, that's what's going on with these like third-party call centers now. You've got to pay like thousands of dollars to take calls from your own home, and your paycheck's like less than $100 at the end of the fucking week. It's crazy. But the big thing with the Great Reset is they want, or no, maybe it's the line. They want cities to be restructured in such a way so that you never have to travel more than 15 minutes for any utility or like a necessity, which is like, hey, would you like to be on a leash? Would you like to not be able to leave the perimeter that we've set up for you?
I mean, that doesn't sound bad to me, because I mean that's how they should plan cities anyway. Like zoning and everything.
That's like Goldman Sachs people, Brendan.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the problem is all the authoritarian Big Brother stuff is kind of, you know, easier and more seductive, you know.
Well, they package it in a way. It's like these are Wall Street people trying to package these capitalist ideas as like to like lure in like, oh, it'll be socialism, it'll be great, everybody's gonna share everything. But what'll happen is they're gonna build your apartments on top of an Amazon warehouse, and you'll pay your rent in labor. I guarantee you that's where it's going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
well,
it's like
I'll just die in protest
I
if it gets there.
8 years ago, but I used to be smart. But if you read Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, that's what his kind of whole point is. It was like not that 1984 thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're being, you know, you're a slave. It's more you've been made to be your own slave, where it's just through drugs, addictive technology, people just liking submission in general. Like people choose to put themselves into servitude. They
sedate you with pleasure. Yeah, I always kind of say Brave New World has resonated way more with me. Honestly, I got really into Huxley. That was how I justified like all my acid use. I was like, oh, he did this when he died. Like this is how he went out. But yeah, I think Brave New World.
Therefore, it's good that I'm doing this at the computer in my parents' house.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, my favorite. I got on a pretty heavy acid phase too, and my favorite is when you're doing enough acid that there's not really an experience based around it. You just had like a friend over and you're like, oh, I should totally drop acid because a friend is over. Yeah. And then he leaves within 2 hours. And then you're just like, oh, I should get on like Reddit, just low images.
Yes.
And like, and you're like, there's nothing special about this. I'm on the computer again.
After the fifth time, it stops being spiritual. I've always said that.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, I had to take a long break. I actually just found some old acid in my shiffer robe from packing up during the moving process.
That's another extremely uncle thing to happen.
Right. Yeah. All my furniture is based off of shiffer robes. Yeah. I sleep on top of 8 shiffer robes that I've lined up like a mattress box.
Nice. Yeah, I still think that acid would ruin my life forever if I tried it.
It would.
Did you ever take it?
No. I've never tripped at all.
I used to kind of encourage. I thought it maybe helped Brendan, but watching him go through his different phases through the pandemic, I'm like, yeah, you're probably not an acid guy.
I mean, it seems like bipolar people aren't supposed to do that. Like I saw, because I was thinking about, I was like, man, maybe I should try mushrooms. Then I was looking into like studies where they'll give you mushrooms to like see if it cures your depression. But all those studies in like big bold letters, they're like, you are not eligible if you have bipolar 1 or 2 or have ever been on a mood stabilizer.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, because you were like a despondent alcoholic, and like my brother was the same. Mm-hmm. And he took mushrooms once and thought he was like in hell getting tortured by the devil.
Yeah.
So I do think there is a thing about like if you're like straight up alcoholic, like there's too much. You guys go Joker mode too quickly. So I don't think
that's true.
I don't think acid would be good for that.
I always remember this quote. It's from embarrassingly the Amazon documentary on the Grateful Dead, but they're interviewing. They're interviewing the one tour manager about Pigpen, their keyboardist, who like drank himself to death, and apparently he would like try to do acid because it's what everybody was doing. But the way he described it, he's like, alcoholics want to close the doors of perception. So when you give them acid, it like makes them very upset.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like I want to be as little introspective as possible.
Right, for sure. Yeah. I think for me it works because I just have a very big ego, so I think that it does a lot of wonders for me. And like not like I'm an asshole, but I'm definitely obsessed with myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It definitely puts things into perspective. But again, I still say like the first 4 or 5 times you get, and then after that, it's just like, all right, let's go to fucking space.
Right.
Yeah. like
yeah. Then it becomes like, yeah, what if I listen to jazz while I'm on acid? You're like, what then, God? Yeah, I tried to microdose for like a month, and I feel like I almost broke my brain because I got to the point where people are supposed to be like, yeah, it keeps you more focused, but I like after a month I was like, there is no abject meaning to the universe. There's no reason to exist. Like I would literally have that thought. I'd be like, oh, it's time to go to work. I'd be like, what is work? You are not real. Run the razor across your wrist, Jace.
Yeah, I had that where I had like acid brain. Like I wasn't microdosing, but I was tripping like every other Friday, like a lot, like 3 or 4 hits when I was like 19. Right. Mm-hmm. And I just had like residual, like I thought there were all these weird, what's the word I want to use?
Connections?
Yeah, I kept thinking there were strange connections. I kept thinking that there was like synchronicity in my life, and I was you also get this thing where you're like everything everybody says to you, you're trying to like decode the meaning of it.
Nick, you're describing a manic episode. I've had that.
Yeah. Manic episodes have like every time people have described them, I'm like, oh, it sounds like you're tripping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe I am extremely chill.
Your son died from extreme chillness.
He got so chill he walked into traffic.
Yeah, so chill he walked into the ocean and died.
Well, that makes sense about the money. I knew a guy who it was actually like it was an open micer I started with 11 years ago. Who probably stopped like a year later and then went on to have a very happy life. instead of doing what we did.
Right.
But he told the story about like doing DMT with his buddy, and then his buddy got called into work, so he had to like leave his apartment in the middle of the day and just try to make his way home. And like a homeless guy like asked him for some money, and he just gave him his entire wallet and kept walking.
Yeah, that sounds about
like,
right.
Well, what does this? What does this even mean? You have this.
Yeah. The last time I did a heavy dose, and this is I'm Duncan Trussell's brother, so this is the whole podcast now. The last time I did acid heavy, I was at a Lord Huron concert. I actually really like that band, and I was having a great time. But then I go into the bathroom and I see a guy, just some silver lake douche, dressed like Clint Eastwood's character and like a few dollars more.
Oh my god!
Like he had the flat cowboy hat,
right,
and the like
poncho?
The robe, that goes over the front. And he was just peeing, and I just was like staring at him in the bathroom and just like laughing at him, and just how ridiculous it is to like. He probably thought I was about to rape him or something.
You just walk in,
yeah, because I'm just like this giant pair of overalls looking motherfucker, just like at him in the bathroom.
Well, dude, it's like I cringe because like a Lord Huron concert on acid, I'm like, I feel like you would get so sad.
No, because I really love the band's music, so I was getting really into it. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
really.
Plus, I never had a bad time on acid. Really, if I was having but if I was going for it, right. Mushrooms, I had a couple bad trips, but never on acid.
See, on the inverse, mushrooms, I can count on mushrooms to always give me a good time and let me down gently. Acid, sometimes acid is just like, whoa, you've entered like a digital realm that does not like you. I don't know how to explain it. It feels very staticky. It feels like everything's those. You ever play Super Mario World?
Yeah.
You know those fucking like those like black fuzzy things with the teeth? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Whoa, man. Not cool. It would be funny if you went to the Mario version of like the ghetto, and then it's just those giant bullets everywhere. You're like, this is fucked up to me.
Yeah.
No, I get what you mean though. I think that's probably why I like it though more, because I like being kind of manicky from time to time.
It can give you a crazy sense. It can like re-energize your sense of purpose if you use it right. Really?
Right, yeah, and I feel like I get really creative when I'm like kind of losing it a little bit, you know?
Yeah, mania can be pretty sick. It depends. Sometimes it's sick if you want to like start and finish like an insane, ill-advised project in a very short amount of time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we're all just like Kanye West, really, you know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel for Kanye.
Yeah, the insane projects is just a Rube Goldberg machine that shoots you in the head. Something like that. I feel better than that. Like it hangs you.
Right, yeah. But the Pee Wee Herman song's playing the whole time.
Yeah. Or like I feel like the Batman movie was something like that, where it's like once I finished it and I stepped back, I was like, what the fuck did I just spend a month doing?
Oh, yeah, when Robbie and I, like, when we did that reading afterwards, we were like, damn, Barn Dog did not write a comedy. Yeah. It's a comedy for, like, 20 pages, and then it's just a serious film about the pedophiles, the slave trade.
I wrote a Batman Epstein movie where he gets honeypotted on Little St. James.
Batman gets honeypotted by a kid?
Yeah, it's Bruce Wayne. He's on Little St. James, and then he gets honeypotted, and then as Batman, he has to fight his way up the pedophile elite to try to destroy the evidence.
So does he get honeypotted as Bruce Wayne, or is he getting sucked up by a kid with the Batman voice?
He's Bruce Wayne.
Right, okay. Yeah, and Epstein is in Joker makeup, right?
No, the Joker's in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
He's in it for one scene. He talks about gaming.
Right, yeah.
It's very mentally ill.
You don't want to blow your load with the Joker.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, of course, yeah. He gets like one monologue, where he's like, how did both camera systems fail, Batman, at the same time? That's my Joker is played by Julia Childs, apparently.
I would like to see Jace as the Joker. I feel like, this is you getting ready for the role.
Yeah, I feel like I'd just be kind of like a sad Joker. Like I didn't really have a grand plan or anything. I just, I'd be a sniper Joker. I feel like that would be cool. It's Joker, but he's Chris Kyle.
I think that they should make a movie about like just some bell tower guy with the same reverence as American Sniper.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking I would love to be in the version of American Sniper, but he has no remorse or, like, issues with guilt at all. Like, the entire movie is just me, like, blowing somebody's head up from, like, 3 miles away and just be like, hell yeah!
Yeah. It starts like the movie Wanted, where you just, like, trace the bullet, like, the trail of the bullet back to you, and then you just like turn to your buddy and he hands you a 20. You've won the bet.
It's small money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the scene with the kid running down the street with the little bomb, the EKG.
Uh-huh.
And then you just see his head like just like unfold open.
Yeah.
And then just me, I start playing like Time to Pretend by MGMT. And I'm on MDMA the whole time. I'm like rubbing my nipples and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have to.
Yeah, you're seeing if I went to war, scores pop out of their necks.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
If I went to war, I would be doing the MDMA while I was there to try to cure the PTSD as it happens.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I totally know if I was the guy in the helicopter, I would be playing all the hack Vietnam songs, but being like, we still gotta play it though, right?
Yeah.
We gotta play Run Through the Jungle, dude. Come on. I'm like, these guys have only heard Chinese music for 40 years. This is gonna blow their mind. I don't know.
And you're flying over Iran.
Right.
Yeah, I would definitely like lean into the bit if I was at war, 100%.
I think I've known a couple guys who were like, I knew a guy who did 6 tours in the Marines, and he was Brendan. He was your height. He was like 5'4".
Mm-hmm.
He did 6 tours in the Marines, and I feel like those guys get really into the humor of being like a soldier, kind of.
Yeah.
Like he would joke
I've
around
killed
about
a lot of people.
death.
LOL.
No, like seriously, like straight, be like, I saw a girl's head explode. Whatever, and you just like, keep on walking,
dude. You get Pepe-fied, like you have to. Like you become going to war turns you into the ultimate groiper, basically.
It really, yeah. You come back with the frog like this in your face. But yeah, then those same guys, they'd be very fun, but then they also would like they call you at like 3 a.m. on like a Saturday because they're fucked up on oxys and like they're just crying, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna hang up now, and they're like, all right, I'll talk to you Monday.
Dude, worse than that are the people. I knew this guy Nolan who was like, we worked at Jimmy John's together, and he what sucks is he was a cool guy. He was a really fun hang, but he, more than anything, he wanted to go overseas and be a sniper and kill people. And he was like, I'm excited to kill people. He's like, I think about it all the time. And he came back. I talked to him before he left, and then like I saw him when I went back. This was a couple years ago. Like, and maybe if I had spent more time with him, he would have opened up more. But he seems pretty happy with what he did. Like he was stoked before he went. Still stoked that he did it.
No PTSD or anything?
Nope, he seemed pretty well adjusted. It seems like he got exactly what he wanted out of...
Good for him, man. Good for him. Yeah, there was at my college once, because I went to this Christian college, and we had this prayer group that I was one of the leaders for. And there was this one girl who stood up, and she's like, my husband, because they all got married at 21, she's like, my husband is serving in the military, and he's on a really tough tour right now, and I'm just really worried about him. Can we pray? And we did like this long, like I crushed this prayer about her stupid husband.
Hell yeah!
I totally could have got Christian girl pussy if I wanted to. And then like 3 weeks later, her husband comes to visit the church, and we prayed over him like 2 more times. And it was always this big event. She was crying, and then they were like, "Oh, let's have you speak at the prayer group." And then we figured out he was just a drone pilot stationed out of Arizona.
Oh my god!
So he was just murking people from like a video game console, like the entire time.
She's just like, I worry about him getting carpal tunnel.
Yeah, no, he was straight. He's like, I mean, you don't know like the toll it takes on your your mind and your body. And I was like, well, you know, I mean, you're the video game guy. Like, you don't get to complain about it.
You didn't even leave the fucking country.
Yeah, he's in Arizona. That's the worst part about his job, is being in Arizona.
Also, they must have an incredible Wi-Fi connection if they're doing it from Arizona.
Yeah, I know. That's what I figured.
Like, I'm immediately just thinking about like the potential for gaming.
Right. Yeah. No, they've got all of those. Like you see the gaming events where it's like 4 guys like who are 5'2", and just like look like they don't have hand bones at all. Yeah.
Yeah. He just goes to like Call of Duty arguments where he like misses the school and he's like, I was lag. I totally had that.
Oh, you do not want to hear the live chat room when it comes to drone wars. A lot of cancelable shit in that chat room.
Well, wasn't that
would be incredible? That's the last thing that a Syrian kid hears. It's like a drone calling them a faggot right before it blows up their house.
Right? Yeah, he hears no scope and then explodes. Yeah.
Somebody doing a Peter Griffin impression the whole time.
Right? Yeah, you're at a wedding party in Syria, and you just hear the Fortnite Kids song start playing in the distance. The American Girl remix. Then just heat missile just disintegrates your entire family.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's good shit, dog. Yeah. Yeah, we just bombed Syria today, right? I'm not really keeping up with the news, but that's tight.
Dude, how tight is Joe Biden? No 15 an hour, bombing Syria again, no checks.
Dude, it's great. It's great, dude. I love it.
He is.
I really thought we were going to get checks.
No.
What's that?
Brendan, we were never going to get checks, dude.
It's crazy that, like, Trump has given me the only money I'm going to get.
Right.
Trump, at this point, Trump is economically to the left of Joe Biden.
Right. And that's why I voted for him 8 times. So. Are we not getting the checks, actually? Is that a thing now?
Well, I mean, they said it was supposed to be a day one thing, right? It's been like 38 days or something like that. It's not going to be 2,000. They said 2,000, like, it's recorded so many times. So I think the House passed a stimulus bill, or it's set to pass, I think, today. And
but the 15 an hour got knocked out.
15 an hour is not
Even
happening.
though Kamala could pass it with the override.
She won't do it. And Joe Biden won't back the fucking Amazon union. It's like, what? It's like, dude, god damn.
Well, she only gets her vote if it is a tie, and it's not a tie if Joe Manchin doesn't vote for it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Did he?
He says he won't unless they lower it to 11. Which is like so retarded. It's like at least just oppose it. Like that makes me more mad that you're like, $11 an hour.
Yeah, and now it's funny that political discourse is 3 camps. It's like leftists. I'm flipping out the camera. Leftists who like want like more radical stuff, which I think a lot of people do. Even like Republicans, maybe will agree with.
They all want healthcare, dude. Seriously,
they all want healthcare. They all want a couple other things, and then it's 2 camps. It's Democrats like still complaining about like, well, Trump was worse. They're still doing that. And then Republicans are complaining that Joe Biden wouldn't do all the things that Trump also wasn't doing.
Yeah.
Like that's an argument as well. So it's just everybody's just very annoying.
Well, and then,
except for me.
Yeah. You haven't figured out. And then the thing that pissed me off the most is he just reopened a for-profit migrant detention center. Like one that I think was started under Trump. And it's like, what the fuck? What?
Right.
How was I shamed? How was I shamed the entire election cycle about thinking Joe Biden sucked?
Right. And that's always the thing. Like people point out, like, well, technically it's a little less worse, but it's like, yeah, but it's still mostly all bad. You know what I mean?
It's a fucking for-profit detention center.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. There's not like really an ethical version of that if you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'll say this about
Don Jr. tweeting like, can you believe Joe Biden's doing all the shit we did? Man, that sucks. I'm like, well, you also suck, man. Stop trying to score points on all this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it sucks.
But anyway, I'm going to become I'm a fake leftist to get pussy, so that's kind of like what I'm doing with my life.
It's a tight move, dude. It's the fucking move.
Yeah, I'm getting a septum piercing, and I'm trying to lose enough weight to become bi, which is gonna take a while.
Well,
could you explain that? I feel like it's the opposite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like if I decided let's imagine take my girlfriend out of the picture. I'm pretty sure I could start fucking dudes immediately. I would have to lose like 30 pounds to find another woman.
Right.
That's
probably true.
Like in order
that's just me. That's me being an ego guy. Again.
Yeah.
is that I won't become bi until I can lose enough weight where I tell people I'm bi and they're not like, ew, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, that's kind of hot.
Or it's you like afraid to live your truth, where like some guy like wants to suck your dick, you're like, no, I'm too fat. Definitely can't do this.
Man, I'm too fat to be gay.
Yeah, Jace, you like the only thing like right now, your John Deere hat, Warby Parker's. Right. The only thing you need is gauges in your ears, and you're bi from a mile away. You're bi, dude.
Yeah, that is true. I'm Southern bi too, where it's like some real weird. It's like some real weird deliverance stuff. Yeah, it's that Southern bi where you like work on a farm, but you also have like really huge pierced nipples.
Yes,
that type of move. Yeah, I could do that.
You have gauged nipples.
Right, yeah. Just completely fucked up.
Just
in pain shredded. The whole time. Yeah. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. I feel like piercing nipples, I feel like it goes wrong like a third of the time. Like I hooked up with a girl
I never really got in it.
Yeah, I hooked up with a girl who she had one pierced nipple because she was like, yeah, the other one didn't take and it hurt too much. Like
it didn't take.
Yeah, she's like, it didn't take and I don't feel that one anymore. I'm like,
Jesus. Yeah, there is. I've hooked up with a couple of girls with pierced nipples, and it is always because there's such like still a hypocritical Puritan part of my like dumb Christian upbringing brain. So I'll be hooking up with this girl on like a first date. Like we don't know each other's names, and then she takes her shirt off. She has pierced nipples. I'm like, oh, what? Look at this whore that I'm having sex with now. And I don't
you should just throw like a fire blanket over her.
Right? Yeah, and I don't mean it. It's just like that's like there's a Christian like little tumor in the back of my brain that just makes me react to stuff naturally like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm trying to like I don't know if I've ever actually known of nipple piercings that, and I feel like there's been a lot in my dating history. I feel like clit piercings are the ones that go really bad.
Yeah, I don't. I've never seen one of those. Yeah.
I hooked up with a girl who had one. It was kind of weird. It basically like her pussy tasted like, you ever like in elementary school like lick the top of a clipboard?
Sure.
Yeah. Just had like an iron taste to it.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely.
Like somebody dropped some corners in your Subway tuna melts or something.
Yeah. It was very metallic. I wouldn't call it unpleasant.
Right.
But I'd imagine like if she had like a stinky pussy mixed with that, it would be weird.
Imagine, dude. I feel like if you ate her pussy while she was on her period, you get like lead poisoning.
That is true. Yeah.
Just like you picking like heavy metals out of your teeth.
Yeah.
If you eat a pierced pussy on a period, you qualify as a Wiccan from now on. Yeah, you have powers in the spirit realm.
Yeah. To me, the weirdest part about it is like you can't take it out because it's not going back in. So like,
is that true?
Pretty much. I mean, it's just there forever. You're not gonna.
I don't think that's true because there's a. I mean, whatever. I don't care. I haven't watched it.
This would be a great time for like Adam Conover to just pop out of nowhere. Actually, many women in Eastern Europe used to quit their periods and whatever.
Well, there was a porn star that I was a fan of for a while, and it would sometimes she would have it, sometimes she wouldn't, and then sometimes it would be in her ass. Like sometimes she'd have her ass pierced, and sometimes her pussy would be pierced.
How do you pierce your own ass?
Ass pierced sounds.
Yeah, well, you pierce the. I guess it's like the grundle. You pierce like the little bit of skin between the opening of the pussy and the opening of the asshole.
That is just fuck normally.
Oh, I was imagining like a lip ring on the asshole.
No, right. It's like a little stud coming out of it. It's weird. It's one of those things where you're like, I don't even know if they're like the ones where her asshole is pierced. I didn't watch those.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, I know that the girl from many years ago that I hooked up with, she said she had never taken it out.
I feel like
that
you are supposed to.
Her.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That probably says a lot about her. You know.
Yeah, she was very insane. She was a
air quotes. Right. She had severe bipolar disorder.
Boy, did she.
Boy, she was in a mental institution. Yeah.
Oh
damn.
man, I had a type. I had a type.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm glad that I started loving myself enough to shed that.
Right. You got yourself a good woman now?
Yeah, she's great.
Right.
Yeah, none of the hallmarks of all my rogues gallery. None of that.
You're dating the Batman villains. Yeah. You're dating the little mobster puppet.
Oh, yeah.
What was that villain's name?
I think it's Scarface.
Is it Scarface?
Yeah.
I thought it was like Big Time or something like that.
Hang on.
Like it was an ironic name.
Let me see. It is the ventriloquist is his name. Oh, Scarface. You're right. Yeah, the puppet Scarface.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
And he literally looks like Scarface.
My Batman movie.
Oh, he's a Puerto Rican puppet?
No, he's the original. He's supposed to be like the original Scarface from the 30s.
That's sorry. That's by erasure or minority erasure to me. So.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it should be.
We need to delete
just an old white guy. It should be Jeff Dunham. He's just doing an evil racist puppet.
Right. Yeah, if Batman catches my Puerto Rican ass out here. Yeah,
and
that'd
the old
be
guy's
great.
just like, I swear I don't want to do the voice. He makes me do it.
So many layers of racism because he's pretending to be Al Pacino, pretending to be the guy.
You ever smelled the scent of a woman, Batman? That's kind of gross, Scarface. Yeah. Little puppet eating pussy and stuff. That'd be a funny bit.
Oh, that would be a great episode of the Batman animated series.
Yeah, I never watched Scarface forever, and I finally tried to watch it. It's like not good, right?
If you're not a fan of, I think that it's a Brian De Palma movie, which means it's like super over the top, and I don't think people expect that.
I like Carrie and Blowout. I've seen both of those, and I like them. Although Blowout is the one I watched where I was like, oh, he really does like not like women. Like by the end of the movie. Yeah.
No, you should see his shit. I just don't think Scarface was the right material for him because like he's doing like a very like heightened like Hitchcock thing. Like it's great in Blowout. It's great in Sisters. It's really good in Body Double if you've seen that.
Right.
But
I'm not, no.
There are just so many shots in Scarface, like when the kids are like playing ball in the back of the car, and it's framed just a little too cutely. I don't know. There's like a disconnect.
Right. There's some cool scenes for sure, like the chainsaw in the motel room.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But yeah, but for the most part, it's just like, all right, like just why don't we have a little law and order, gentlemen?
You're watching Scarface. You're like, that's illegal.
Yeah, I'm getting peeved off. I'm like, guys, this is really getting ridiculous.
Did you see the other movie he did with Al Pacino, Carlito's Way?
A long time ago.
It's another one where, like, in the first minute of the movie, Al Pacino's like, "How did my Puerto Rican ass get here?" Like,
right?
That's the opening narration.
Yeah, it's great. And Sean Penn looks all fucked up and Jewish.
He makes people look really racist. He like he George Lucas out with the fucking makeup on his actors.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I remember even like watching the new Star Wars as a kid and being like, "This is not." This is fucked up.
You're a child in Texas. And you're like,
yeah, in Texas. And like we're at the showing, and then I think it starts with those two Asian aliens who are like, "Oh, the lightsaber will never get through this door." And even like in Texas, we're like, "Hi, come on, y'all, that ain't called for."
Yeah, especially because they're dressed like Chinese emperors or something.
Yes, they are. Yeah, and they look like fish. It's like a total on purpose thing.
Yeah,
yeah. And then Watto. Yeah, Watto is great.
Oh yeah, his nose that's like wagging. His nose is so big it has like its own like fucking gravity to it.
Yeah,
right. Exactly.
It's even funnier now because like the CGI looks terrible, so it's like something extremely racist and badly done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you went back to those old Warner Brothers cartoons and they're just stick figures, but still racist.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I mean, they just disproportionately like spent the money on the animation on the racist parts, like like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck are like stick figures, and then the Japanese soldiers from the war cartoons are drawn in like blistering detail.
Yeah, like beautiful anime, like beautiful Japanese anime. And then every other character is just like Poochie the dog from that's like Itchy and Scratchy.
Yes,
just like going like that back and forth across the screen.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
God damn. Yeah, I'm trying to find new stuff to to watch in the. I've looped back around to. I was like, I started Letterboxd. I'm like, I should watch movies. I should like stimulate myself. But like, the past 2 days, I got into a rabbit hole on the Lost Media Wiki. You guys ever go on there?
What is that?
It's this wiki of like media that's been lost, or like, you know, like things people remember but hasn't been preserved. But they have this section on it called like not safe for life, and it's mainly it's mainly like suicide videos. And, like,
hell yeah.
So, and I've just been spending there's this YouTuber, Andrew Blaze. I've watched almost all of his videos.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the guy who would smoke weed out of the really big bongs?
No, is that the big doinks guy?
No, that guy's dead, but it's another guy.
No, so this kid, he was like, he wanted to be like a comedy YouTuber. Nobody liked his videos at all. He would like edit himself into other comedy YouTube videos. It's really sad. So then he goes away for a while. And then when he comes back, now he's like a teenager and he's very obsessed with Danny Phantom. Okay. And he's obsessed to the point that there's like a girl character on Danny Phantom that like at first he thinks he's like in a relationship with her.
Oh boy.
And like as it goes on, he actually decides that he wants to be like reincarnated as her and be her, which is funny because like once you get to that point of the wiki, they start officially recognizing him as trans. They start referring to him as her.
So you got to respect that guy's identity.
Right,
yes,
yeah.
Dude. So he clearly is like really like, he's making these unhinged videos. I've seen all of them. And he really like wants people to watch his channel. I guess that was what the point of all this was, to the point where like he's showing off like guns and ammunition, like he's stockpiling ammo and guns. And he says he's going to shoot up the supermarket where he works and then kill himself, to the point where like he's like uploading, he's like at work in the supermarket, like with the camera saying, and then I'm going to go down here, and then I'm going to go down here, and then I'm going to kill myself. The pathetic part is so few people are watching these videos.
Right, yeah.
That nobody.
Is he still at the end? Is he still at the end being like, don't forget to smash that motherfucking like button?
That would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And he, oh, what?
Sorry, go ahead.
He's just at the table at the break room, like, yeah, I'm definitely going to get Larry over there.
And so the fucking crazy thing is, he did it. he like he films himself like all, like the last video.
Was it like a 10,000 sub special that he waited for?
But I never heard about this. That's why, like, because it was in 2017. And
that's wild that's not more popular. Yeah.
Yeah, I like went way down like the rabbit hole of just like it's this thing where it's like I've watched all of it. I've tried talking about it with my girlfriend. That was a hard stop. That conversation did not go on. So now I've just consumed like 20 hours of media that is meaningless again.
Right.
That I can't share with anybody.
Yeah, that's a really weird. I think everybody's done it. Like part of like getting all this technology is I had a phase where I was going on to like morbid reality, like back in like 2014 Reddit days when it was like you'd actually see like, oh, here's a kid who was like a suicide bomber. Yeah. And his like entire body turned. And I would spend just days doing that, kind of frying my brain. And like I remember like very specifically my brother one time when the New Zealand, Christchurch shooting came out with the live stream.
Yeah.
My brother just watching it with like just the most calm expression on his face, just being like, out of more fascination than anything, he's like, it's just like a video game. It looks just like a video game. And it's like, what is like this life that we're just stuck here, just living like this?
That was a kinship I always felt with Ben. Because that was like, I remember, I think maybe I was talking with Shane about this, I can't remember, but like watching, we would just pull up the videos that were produced by ISIS, and like ISIS is like, because they're like recruiting these kids, some of these kids were going to college for like cinematography and shit, so like they get people who are legitimately talented, and these ISIS execution videos is like, they're edited well, they look good, there's music, they look so good that you're like, oh, maybe they're not going to kill this guy. Like maybe this will just be a feature film.
They got the every frame a painting guy to make
and then it's weird to see a dude get shot with an anti-air gun, like and it's framed beautifully.
Right.
It's like you send yourself to a really fucking weird place where like
that's the weird thing is there's a lot of talented people who I think have kind of done that, Yeah. But that's a definite route, is just to go like crazy cute. And so like my like youngest brother's kind of like a couple years ago, he got really into like Hotep stuff on like YouTube, but like where he like sent me this video, like not Ben, like our other brother that nobody knows about, who just lives a normal life and is mentally probably a lot better than most of us.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know this guy existed at all.
Yeah, he's much better than both of us. But he was like, send me this video. He's like, hey, can you check this out? See if I'm like off base with this conspiracy theory stuff. I'm like, oh, it's probably like an Alex Jones video or like, Bush did 9/11 video or whatever. And then he sends it to me, and it's like this dude who just like basically looks like he's like in Shaggy's backing band. And he's just talking about how like the Jewish elite are controlling us through like 5G towers, and I'm like, no, not this.
Dan Donahue and I were talking about like the deep running black fear of Jewish magic.
Oh yeah, dude, it's wild, dude, and they're kind of at war with each other right now.
Yes, yeah,
it's getting very heated.
Well, they like to have superstitious black guys like to have a couple Jews in the stable. This is the whole conversation Dan and I were having. They're fearful of them, but they want to harness some of the magic for their own for themselves.
Right, exactly. Yeah. They want like a manager or whatever,
Right, to protect them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm just kicking the protocols of the Elder of Zion right now. Yeah, the weirdest thing was like even like growing up where we did, like you experienced racism a lot, but like we were so obsessed with the Bible, and they're all Jewish people, so like we actually kind of grew up with like a real almost Jewish jealousy. Like there was reverence for Jewish people because they were the chosen people. So like it's kind of funny to like actually leave that very intolerant world and actually see more anti-Semitism in the real world from that. Yeah,
totally. Yeah. It's wild, man. I'm trying. There was, you know what? You're articulating something that I definitely didn't realize I was because I was in the church a lot when I was younger. Not like my dad was Catholic, my mom was more like all over the place. So like the compromise was like Presbyterian church, which is
right.
Like,
yeah, you only get molested every other weekend.
And they tell you that it's just your fate to be molested. There's
right.
nothing you can do either way.
This is more about the mental aspects than anything else. Yeah.
And I remember like that was a thing that kind of like fucked me up. Just like going to the Old Testament, which I think I like more than the New Testament.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's so sick. I've even been rereading it in quarantine, and it's like a lot of the stories, there's no applicable moral to them other than like believing God, but the stories are so good.
Dude, it's like a Jerry Bruckheimer movie where it's just like some wild shit happened, and then everybody who didn't believe in God got like slaughtered and like raped to death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, dude,
every time I try to read I try to read the Old Testament, and then I get to the covenant of circumcision, and I'm like, get this shit out of here.
This is fucking crap.
This is fucked up.
Right.
Well,
you're just like hella pissed.
Yeah.
Well, I realized that, like, dude, when I was rereading, like, the story of David, I was like, oh, this is like the template for like all my favorite story. Like, it's Citizen Kane, it's There Will Be Blood. It has a happier ending than those movies, but like,
right. That is kind of true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you really go into like if you ever get lost in the Campbell stuff for a while, it's very interesting how all like those stories mirror like every major religion like throughout civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to your point about like yeah, I remember like there being these like it was never said explicitly, but there was this weird like Jewish like jealousy.
My dog, sorry.
Listen to that, dude.
The dog heard us.
Probably got some food delivered, and the dogs don't like it when that happens.
Okay. I thought the dog just heard us say Jews.
You got a racist dog.
I thought he just had really anti-Semitic dogs.
You see my dog behind me just slowly lift its paw up into the air.
It's the dog with 3 legs though, so it falls down.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's a slapstick. Yeah,
yeah. Anyway, I guess what I was saying is to your point. You articulated something like, oh yeah, that was totally a thing. Like when we were talking about like the chosen people, like that part of the curriculum in Bible study. It's like there was a weird undercurrent to it.
Right.
I think it was Christian jealousy.
Sorry.
Oh fuck.
No. It's cool.
Do you have to go?
No, it's all good. It's all good, dude. Don't even worry about it.
Nice.
I get a panic attack that somebody's going to catch me doing a podcast, which I have a cyanide pill like right here that I bite down on just in case. Yeah, it's very funny. I don't know if you guys are like this, but I also simultaneously want to make stuff all the time. And then if anyone talks to me about it, I want to like blow my brains out like on the spot.
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing to like make stuff to me.
Especially going home. Like, do you deal with that when you go home? Like people asking you like what's going on out in
Yes,
LA?
I hate it. They want to talk about it because everybody's just living like a normal life back there, which I think is interesting. And then every once in a while, you'll get somebody. This is kind of funny. You'll get somebody drunk, and they'll just be like, "Oh, Mr. Comedy Boy,
Yeah,
Mr. Comedy Boy, hanging out with all the us serfs over here." It's like, what are you doing right now? Yeah,
that's happened to me twice, dude. Where it's like things have gotten a little loose. People are interested in what I'm doing, and then like the minute you've hung out with them for a couple days, they start being like, "Who the fuck do you think you are?"
Right.
Like, you know,
I don't think that's happening because like I'm so just like jaded and bitter about comedy that like the way I describe it to people makes them stop asking any questions. I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'm like the biggest fucking loser and I'm completely outside of the industry. And...
That's a better tactic. I'm gonna adopt that. That's definitely a better tactic.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I should definitely do that. It's just very fun to me, like. Because, you know, to see, like, both sides coming like, from a grass is greener type perspective, like, I think it's for losers. And they're, like, living a life I've dreamt about, but they're also like, oh, I want to kill myself every day because it's just the same thing over and over. So there's really no escape. Just everything is horrible no matter what route you choose.
Yeah, I mean, it's grass is always greener, like you said. It's just... Mm-hmm. But it's damn, it sucks to realize that.
Yeah, but it's just like funny. Like I don't show up like drunk. Like, oh, you think you better than me? You got a kid? Huh? I don't give a shit about your stupid kid. Like stocking shit over.
I think I have the opposite of grass is greener, where I'm always afraid to like improve my lot because I think what I have is good.
Right.
Or like if you answer, it's like, it's like, what?
Or is it that you don't think you deserve a little bit better, huh?
Might be that, but it's like what you were talking about, like the life that you're describing your friends back home having, where it's like you have a wife and kids and like a house and everything. It's like, that'd probably make me happy, but like when I think about it, I get scared and I'm like, but I would lose all this, and then I gesture at nothing.
Right. You gesture at a wall full of swords you bought at Walmart.
Yeah.
Brandon,
like,
the whole deal with your
like,
unhappiness specifically... Oh, what?
I was saying, like, but if I had kids, how am I going to go to Flappers?
Well, that's what you realize with, like, happiness or self-fulfillment is, like, the call is always coming from inside the house. You can't, like, it's wherever you go, there you are, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just gonna be the same thing. And I also don't want those things because I don't want to be... The idea of being trapped by all of that, I just don't like it. Not even being trapped, it's just like, I don't know what my mental state's going to be like at a certain point, and just to have like other people relying on that seems like a walking panic attack.
Yeah,
imagine people looking up to you.
More of what worries me is like the idea of like me being a breadwinner, and like if I fuck up and get fired, it means like my kids having less food. That's what's scary about it to me. Yeah,
exactly. There's so much anxiety that comes with that.
It'd be awesome if like you fucking got fired and you came home and your kids just like beat the shit out of you like mafia enforcers.
Yeah, kick your ass.
Where's my money, Dad?
Yeah, my kid gets a job. He's making more money than
me. Just to own you.
Right. He marries my wife. He's the dad now. Yeah, they legally through the court system make me the child of the family again.
I used to do a whole
they surgically de-age you.
Right, yeah. Like
so like, I have to be the kid, but that's not bad. I have to do this for what, 15 years that I punch out?
Right. Then yeah, they give me the reverse of that Chinese leg lengthening surgery, so I'm just very tiny. I'm like 4'5". I look like Cotton Hill.
Or no, like the leg lengthening surgery. The way they do it is like it's like 100 like horizontal breaks that it grows slightly thicker. They should cut all your limbs vertically so that you're just wide.
Right?
Oh yes, dude.
I'm the guy trying to get into sumo wrestling, but I'm too thin. Yeah, so it just breaks all along me.
You look like a 4x3 image that's being stretched 16:9.
Right. I look like the Kanye "I Love It" video.
the fucking squares.
Yeah, the Roblox looking guy. Yeah.
That was another video. The first time I saw that video, I was on acid. And my thought, when I watched it, I was like, damn, Kanye knew I was going to be on acid when he dropped it.
Yeah, that's weirdly the big ego-y type thoughts you will have on acid. Is like, oh, the universe meant this for me.
Yeah, yes.
This song about just kind of being a weird sex, like dangerous sex addict.
Yeah.
That you would force a loved one to get massive amounts of surgery. Yeah. That is the first, that weirdly is the first time I heard
describing a Cronenberg-esque nightmare.
What's that?
I was saying a song describing a Cronenberg-esque nightmare.
Right, exactly. Yeah. A song basically about Liberace's driver that I'm dancing to.
Yeah.
That he made him get the surgery to look like him and everything.
Yeah, I
don't know that
movie,
story. What?
Did you not know that?
No.
Liberace's driver, he was like kind of dating him, like in this weird, like kind of dating him, kind of working for him type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically made him get all this surgery so that he looked like Liberace, like kind of controlled his life. And then, Nick, did the guy kill himself eventually, or what happened to the guy?
I know they broke up. Like, I know that, didn't he start, like, fucking some other young guy? I don't think he killed himself, but I know they broke up, and he was just kind of like, fuck, I have Liberace's face.
Right. That's got to be the worst, is when you leave somebody and look like them at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at himself. Yeah, have you seen Behind the Candelabra?
I watched it until they started having gay sex, and then I was like, "Ooh, no!"
Yeah, it's wild to watch Michael Douglas and Matt Damon like fucking make out with each other. It is very unsettling.
It is kind of shocking, mostly just for Michael Douglas, just to see an old guy making out. You know?
Yeah, he didn't kill himself.
Okay, good for him. Good for him. Yeah, but damn, that does suck.
It totally sucks. Especially, dude, to let your life be controlled by like Liberace, like this fucking hacky Vegas act. I guess he was rich,
right? But he talks like Paul Lynde. He's like kind of ridiculous. Yeah,
like at the time he was, because this took place in like it was like the 80s. It's like by the time he was with Liberace was like a huge fucking has-been. I feel like.
Right, yeah, he was kind of like a joke, like somebody your aunt liked, basically.
Yeah, it would be like falling in love with and getting surgery for like Wayne Newton.
That I would do though. I'd fuck the shit out of Wayne. Yeah, yes, sir. No, that's kind of how I felt watching it. I just watched Call Me by Your Name for the first time.
Yeah,
I watched Brokeback and Call Me by Your Name back to back. Because I'm probably just going through something right now. I'm going through a metamorphosis.
Definitely.
I'm slowly turning into Anthony and the Johnsons.
I liked Call Me by Your Name, but I just kind of wanted to like live in that house. I didn't really like every time they had gay sex. It was really weird.
Yeah, it was a great movie except for all the gay stuff.
Right, yeah, I just watched the gay stuff. But yeah, it's kind of a problem I have with a lot of movies that are made now, is that I have no sympathy for rich people. So I kind of, out of the gate, I see like these people living these, immaculate summer in Italy type lives. I'm just like, I don't care. Just give the kid AIDS and let him die. I used to about any of these people, because their lives are going to be amazing no matter what they do or what happens to them.
I used to feel that way,
I was definitely allured.
Yeah. I used to feel that way, but like, I don't know. I'm on new meds now, and I just cry at every movie, and I think every movie's great.
Yeah. Barn Dog keeps popping in the chat just like, oh, I just saw... What was the one?
About Time, which is like critically reviled.
Oh, that is a very sweet movie, actually. Yeah. I just watched that.
No, but what was the one? The Force Awakens. Not The Force Awakens.
Oh, yeah, I cried at The Rise of Skywalker. And I was like, guys, this is pretty good.
No, it's terrible.
It's awful.
It's like easily the worst one.
I was like, I cried. And Nick's like, what part made you cry? And I'm like, when they didn't think there were going to be ships, and then there were all the ships.
Right. You're one of those fucking guys who cries during the Avengers Endgame.
No, yes, I didn't then, but I was on different meds then.
Oh, he's the guy who cries at the trailers. Have you seen that guy on YouTube?
No,
I haven't seen that.
Eric Buttsey's famous for his whole thing is they release trailers for like very soy movies, and he just like films himself bawling every time they release a trailer.
Yeah, there's so many brutal people on display right now.
Yeah.
It's too much. You know, life is so ridiculous. When Chewbacca Mom happened,
what is Chewbacca
I remember I was like a
Mom?
truther for Chewbacca Mom. Like I would get so pissed about that. It's just like ridiculous that I even care.
What the fuck is Chewbacca Mom?
She was that bitch who she got that Chewbacca mask. Like when you open the mouth, it does the Chewbacca scream.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's her in her car, like doing the mask, and she keeps laughing at it, which triggers the Chewbacca. But it's clearly it's just bad acting to me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the whole damn country bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's how I feel about.
It drove me crazy.
That's how I feel about TikToks. It's like when people. To me, the most disgusting thing is when someone has like coached their child to like do a TikTok with them, and it's like, oh look, my kid is so cute. It's disgusting.
Yeah. I have a weird relationship with TikTok because I got on it early when it was just to make fun of mentally handicapped people.
So that's how we
early
started
TikTok
with it.
ruled. We used to watch.
Yeah,
we used to sit in the living room and watch TikTok cringe compilations, and it would be 100% crackheads. It ruled.
Yeah. Crackheads,
and now it's
mentally
Zoomers.
retarded people.
Well, what's nice is like my girlfriend sends me TikTok because like girlfriends love fucking TikToks. But what's cool is I guess she's like collapsed the vein where like she used to send me cute TikToks and now she's looped back around to like just sending me like poor people dancing.
Well, I was gonna say I've since gotten back on TikTok and now it is just basically like pornography light. Yeah. I don't know if that's just my algorithm, but it's just women with like just double D's like the minute I open the app. So now I'm back into it again.
There was this
definitely
TikTok
yours
girl.
only.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I've talked about this girl a couple times. I think she's like, I can't tell if she's in this country or if she's like just foreign or if she's actually in Vietnam. But like her first like 30 TikToks are like fairly innocuous, like her dancing, her lip syncing. And then I don't know if somebody started like DMing her and sending her money, but after the first 30, she's like dancing and then she like invites her dog into frame and lets her dog fuck her just like in the TikTok. It's just her letting her dog fuck her and then like farting into the camera. It's like there's just a hard turning point.
Yeah, that's not great.
Somebody has to be fucking like sending her money on Venmo for those.
Oh, 100%. It's probably Brendan, let's be honest. Yeah, I
would never give money to a sex worker. I only take money from them.
Yeah, I only did that during last June when everybody was doing it for Black Lives Matter. That's the only time I ever paid to see stuff.
Wait. Wait, hold on. Explain the correlation.
Oh, do you remember when people were doing that?
Was it like support black sex workers for George Floyd?
No, people kept doing like donate $50 to a charity, and I will like if you send a receipt of that, I will send you my nudes, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I'm saying I didn't do that.
Nudes.
Yeah. See, I did that. I sent proof of my donation, and then I told each of them, please do not send me your disgusting nudes. Please do not compromise my faith.
I kept doing it so when they sent it back, I could type gross back.
Yeah, if you don't like the nudes, you donate to the Daily Stormer.
Right, exactly. Yeah. That was me. I was taking my receipts to the Daily Stormer. I was photoshopping and the Pick Your Woke charity. Yeah, the Minnesota Project.
Yeah, I was donating to Donald Trump's legal defense for the steal. It hadn't happened yet, but I could tell where things were going.
Right, you knew where things were going.
Yeah,
yeah. We all knew, man.
Mm-hmm. Like, we got to stop this steal, and everyone's like, "What?"
Yeah, it is funny. People are still talking about him. Like, I feel like people really miss having Trump.
Dude,
he really gave some fake meaning to their lives.
I'm so excited for his CPAC speech. Have you seen?
He's probably gonna rock it.
Oh, dude, they're gonna lower him in from the fucking the ceiling's gonna open up. Did you see the golden Trump statue that they fucking wheeled in there?
I think I saw something about that, but I haven't seen it. No.
CPAC is wild, dude. Even Ted Cruz is like crushing. Ted Cruz for the first time had a great joke.
Right. Yeah. It's going to be like he's going to come in like in Rocky IV when James Brown sings before the boxing match.
Living in America.
Yeah. Trump's going to do the fake heart attack, and they put the towel on him, and then he comes back.
Oh yeah, dude. James Brown's magic coat.
Right?
Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, dude, the
Trump
magic,
doing like really good like foot shuffle dance moves.
Trump does a backflip.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I have not thought about James Brown's magic coat in like a minute. That is what a fucking.
Dude, I love James Brown. He's great.
What a fucking funny bit to pretend like you're so good at singing that it's causing your organs to fail. And
right, exactly. That you're dying. That you're dying halfway through the performance. Right. I just love how batshit insane he was. Yeah. And his music's actually like fantastic, but just the fact that he was trying to shoot every band member and every girl like every single night that they were on tour.
Yeah, dude.
But it was the 70s, so people would be like, whatever. Let's go, do acid and go, fuck Twiggy from
the hottest woman ever.
Right, the hottest woman of the 60s, Twiggy.
The coat thing is so funny because he does it past the point of being funny until it's funny again. I was watching some concert where like they put the coat on and off of him like 8 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of, like him shuffling off because his whole band also they like pantomime like begging him to stop.
Right.
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then also like that dude, it's like that guy's voice, it's like he was like the godfather of like hardcore music. Like he's like fucking shredding his vocal cords.
Right, yeah, I guess that is true. Yeah, I never really got into hardcore, but I could see that. Yeah. Once again, not thin enough to get into hardcore. Sorry.
Right.
There's certain cool things that you have to be under a certain weight to like be into. I really do believe that.
I don't know. I feel like there were a lot of fucking fat slovenly dudes at punk shows.
There were. And they were just steamrolling over girls in the audience. I saw a lot. I saw a lot of like Jace sides dudes just like pressing women into walls.
Right, just hardcore in the mosh pit. Yeah.
I feel like when I was younger and I used to go to shows and stuff, it'd be like fat guys and then guys on heroin would be the really skinny guys.
Yeah, I've only been to one really show where there was like a pit. Because most of the concerts I go to are like more popular acts, but there's a smaller band called Mom Jeans, if you know them.
Yeah,
they're like a Midwest emo band, and we went to see them at in York Boulevard somewhere. Not important, but it was the first time I'd seen a pit in person, and I completely hated it. I was like, this is so stupid.
Oh, really?
And there was 3 people. I was sober. I could just see 3 people who are like, oh, this guy's way too wound up. This guy's like really going through something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I never really got it.
He's a badass because he's about to like, sucker like elbow a kid in the back of the neck. And I was just like, oh, this is dumb.
When I was a mentally ill 18-year-old in a hardcore band, and like, whenever there was a pit at the few shows we played, I would go into the audience with the microphone wrapped around my neck, and I would pull on it until I like legitimately started to pass out, and just cause like a horrible scene, like to the point where like I like interrupted our own set because people were trying to pull me off the ground because they thought I was dying.
Right. Now that's a real, real personality in a story right there.
Yeah.
I was going through a lot.
I bet
that's like your version of Baby Shoes for Sale. Never.
You're like, I bet if I die, I'll get pussy.
Right. Dude, you don't get so much pussy in hell.
That's what a good pussy is.
Right. That's what a good is, dude.
Oh, it did get me. Unfortunately, it did get me pussy every time.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course it does. Yeah.
Being tortured. Oh, people love a tortured, skinny young man.
Oh, yeah. It's perfect. It really is. Everything like that is sad if you're overweight. Because I've been both instances. I've been very skinny as well and gotten hella pussy, trust me. But like every sad thing, if you are thin during it, like you end up looking cool.
That makes sense. Are you getting pussy in the pandemic? I know you have a reputation, Jace.
I have a reputation?
Yeah, dude, you're like I even before I knew you, it was like, yeah, Jace is a fuck guy.
Yeah, I probably am. Probably not as much. I think I probably talk about it more than other people just because I think it's funny. But yeah, I probably fucked like 3 or 4 times in the pandemic.
Nice.
So yeah, they're all dead now. They all died from COVID.
Yeah, it was a wild Christmas party.
Yeah, I put them on the tube, if you know what I'm talking about. No, just like usually like people I know, and it's, you know, just after like 4 months, it's like, okay, do you want to get the poison out of our bodies?
Yeah,
you know, as we're trapped up inside. So, but yeah, what I mean, you guys both have girlfriends?
Yeah.
Well, Nick is long distance.
Yeah, well, I started dating somebody who listens to this podcast.
Loser.
Yeah, Nick really Jamie Kilsteined out.
Oh,
but it worked. It worked out.
You're basically a Comedy Store guy now, dude.
No, I mean, well, what's cool is like she hit me up because she's gonna hate this when she hears it. She hit me up because she listened to and liked our podcast, and then she's a musician, and I legitimately like her stuff, and like I like have like fucking like albums of hers like physically, and shit. Like I got like so, and then we were just like talking for a while, and then the pandemic hit, and we were talking a lot, and then I was like.
Right.
I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna come fly to Chicago and get an Airbnb and like,
nice,
do you want to like hang out with me? And she was like, yeah. And then we started dating, and I've just been traveling across the country to see her throughout the pandemic.
That's cool. You know, I mean, that's no hate on that. Do you guys think either one of you is gonna move at some point?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, my cat is freaking out.
No worries.
Fuck, Rita. Jesus Christ! There's a
Nick just killed his cat.
Rita. So hang on.
It really looks like you curb stomped your cat.
Go away.
What's that like Edward Norton?
Jesus fucking.
Puts the one Tim on.
Shit.
And you see
the cat.
You see
what?
I was gonna say, you see on his chest the swastika from the comic book mouse.
Yeah.
Dude, this.
What happened, Nick?
There's a cat. So there's a cat that my cat really doesn't like outside the window, and when she sees the cat, she like, because it's another female cat, so she like loses her mind. And when she loses her mind, she just attacked the shit out of my leg. Holy fuck!
Jesus, you all right?
Yeah, no. It's very scary because this room is like a shoebox, and then I'm just in here with like a, you know, with a wild animal.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna try to let her out of my room. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
So sorry about that.
No worries.
Rita, come on.
It would be funny if me and you just stare at each other the entire time Nick's gone. We're clearly too autistic at this point to do a one-on-one conversation.
No, I think we can do it.
Yeah. I don't know if you're like this. I hate one-on-one conversations because I get really anxious.
I think I get apprehensive about it if it's like someone I haven't done it with before.
Right. Have we had a one-on-one conversation?
Yeah, I'm sure.
My voice gets so high.
At like an open mic or something. But maybe that was like, I don't know. Maybe that was like, an open mic circle conversation.
Right. Yeah.
Those are a lot easier.
I only hang at the tables, you know?
Yeah.
Like the cellar.
Like the cellar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's less pressure to meet people at open mics, like a circle conversation, because everybody has their rank. You know how much you're allowed to talk based off of how many credits you have.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I loved talking to comics outside open mics, but most of the comics, like 80% of the comics, are part of the reason I don't do stand-up anymore. Because those conversations were brutal. I would rather go randomly talk to a person at a psych ward than talk to most people at an open mic.
Definitely. Yeah.
No, I mean, definitely like a small subset of comedians are like my favorite people to hang out with by far. But it's very small.
I didn't post this, but there's a video Bam Margera just posted of, because he's going insane, right? It's actually pretty sad, but he just shot a video of, so you see Tony Hawk being forced to talk to Bam because he has him cornered.
Oh, yes.
At a skate park. And then Bam just like, dude, this fucking gay guy stole our Beamer the other day and had seen it. Like, he's like just rambling. And you see Tony being like, dude, that's wild. Your Beamer was in Encino and it got stolen? Man, that's crazy. Like, just having to politely, not walk away from him. And I was like, oh, this was me for 5 years, like doing open mic comedy. Like, it was the exact same feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, him with it, that's wild. It sucks.
Yeah. When I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, man. I've had so many conversations like that, especially when I would, like, make the tragic miscalculation to go to, like, fourth wall, and I show up too early, and it's only me and one other guy waiting.
Right. Yeah, and it's really like you're talking to you really could be talking to the Joker,
Yeah.
I remember watching Joaquin Phoenix's Joker with my brother and one other comic and his wife was like, oh, that's so sad. And we were just like, I'm completely unfazed by this. I see this every day. Yeah. It's supposed to be sad and pathetic. I don't get it.
Wasn't there who was the open micer who did become a mass shooter?
Oh,
I was just
did he become a mass shooter? I thought he killed his mom and then went on.
Jay Twyman. I know him. I used to talk to him in New York.
Yeah,
and then he cut his mom's head off. Yeah,
cut his mom's head off, and then did what podcast did he do? Was it like
Legion of Skanks?
Legion of Skanks. Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know if he did a podcast, but he got caught outside. This is the sadder part of the story to me. He got caught outside 30 Rock. With a headshot and like a letter to Warren Michaels, like in his car, which is somehow sadder than cutting your own mom's head off.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely. Yeah. That's the low point.
When you get taken down on the ice rink outside 30 Rock.
Right. Yeah, slipping and sliding.
Yeah, the cops are sliding around.
Yeah.
Was he?
I knew him though. He was a cool guy. He was a little weird, but he was like actually kind of chill. And I think he just had a severe mental break.
Right.
And he's like in jail for life.
Was he traveling around with the head? Did I hear that? Or I'm trying to
I don't know. I had just heard it. I had just left New York when that happened, so I heard it from other comics, but yeah, I think he might have had the head in his possession for a while.
Okay. He's on stage with it doing like a two-man act.
Yeah, the head is Ahmed the dead terrorist. Yeah, he had a very funny bit about onion rings that I still remember.
It rocks that he was funny.
I hope he's
he was just weird.
Cosby.
He was one of those guys where he'd go up and he'd kill for open micers by just screaming crazy stuff. But yeah, he was a funny guy. Yeah, and you know what? This is like that. Like this is how sad open mic comedy is. That's like I would rank him as the 20th crazy person I've known doing stand up.
Well, because at least he made a decision and did something.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There was a finality to his life.
Right.
Is that he's in jail now forever.
Which is way better than just doing open mics in your 60s.
Right. And sleeping in your car until one day you just don't wake up in the morning. And they don't even take your body out of the car. They just tow it to the city dump and then crush you inside the car. Yeah.
Yeah, you die in your car out like parked on the street outside the Comedy Store, and they just pile tickets on. Nobody even the windshield is covered in
for like
tickets.
A year. Yeah. Like when Homer gets back to his car in New York City, like under the Trade Center.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You finally die in your car Sunday night, and then Monday you get called for potluck.
Yeah, people are still pissed about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Really,
Damn.
some tragic ends to people in this city.
Oh, yeah, just horrific stuff. Really, really horrific. Yeah, that's when I moved here. That was the thing I mentally promised myself, is that I would never become a Boogie Nights character. Like, that was my one goal.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like, just not to become a sad, sad guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've been Little Bill in other times in my life.
Yeah.
I've been there.
All your friends are watching your girlfriend get fucked by another guy.
All but. like not quite that, but it's just like, at a bar, your girlfriend is clearly like hitting on someone and like gonna go home with them, and you're just like, haha, we're having a fun time here at the bar, aren't we, honey? Should we leave?
That's
It's like, shut up.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, Brandon and I have both had our Little Bill chapters in our lives.
I'm probably the closest I've gone to is being John C. Reilly, just hanging out doing too much coke and
getting big ideas,
ending up with sadder people than I should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the recording studio trying to play guitar to support my friends.
Yeah, it would be sick if we go the Boogie Nights route where like we do comedy so long and it gets darker and darker that we're just like doing a robbery.
Yeah, we are robbing Bert's back room. Yeah.
Well, we're trying to get tickets instead of coke. We're at Flappers, just like, I know you've got tickets in a motherfucking safe under the motherfucking floorboard, like
right.
that whole thing.
Yeah, like a big Ocean's 11 type heist.
Yes,
to get the pizza spot tokens.
Yes.
While Little Less Conversation remix is playing the whole time. Yeah, it feels pretty good to not do stand up. And then it felt great because I quit stand-up, and then 6 months later, stand-up became illegal for at least a year. So that was a big validated point.
What was weird for me was I quit for 6 months, and then like 2 months before everything stopped, I like got back into it. And I was like having fun. Yeah, I was like writing new shit for the first time in years. And then it's illegal. So I don't know. I've been missing it recently. We'll see if I actually miss it once I'm vaxxed up. Right.
Yeah, I get that. It's just it's more my personality. It's just I'm such a I get so anxious about stuff.
Yeah.
Even I thought I was good at stand up. I still got
you were very good at stand up.
Well, thank you very much. You guys are both great, but I got like panicky anytime I was going up still. So it's just I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for me, I think.
I that's something that's still with performance anxiety, but just specifically with stand up is still something that it's I can act, I can do all that. It's I can live podcasts where I don't know what it is about stand up specifically that it's the hump.
Yeah, I think it's just it's the ultimate chance for complete embarrassment.
Yeah,
we've all had some I bombed in front of a room full of just 50 just older black women, and I took complete silence, and that was one of the most painful moments of my I'll still cringe thinking
that's not a quiet bomb either. There's got to be
it was even worse because they were from a church group, so they were so nice.
Yeah,
and one was like, "Oh honey, no, oh no honey."
Yeah, I had a bomb at this was 2013. It must have been.
Mm-hmm.
I got on a South by Southwest showcase, not at South by Southwest, basically a showcase to go and do South by Southwest. I was on a show with Pete Davidson, all this stuff, and I've been having good sets, comedy been going in a good direction, and I do this show at the Stand in New York, and just in front of everybody, on a lineup of comics who are all gonna be big in the next year or two, just not a single laugh.
Really?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was
you were real young in this, right?
Yeah, I was
were you
20.
20 when this happened?
I was 20, yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whole thing's a goddamn nightmare.
It's a mistake for sure.
Yeah. Whole thing's a god. I've been feeling much more rewarded just from doing stuff online and, trying to get an audience that way.
Oh yeah, we should talk about your art. We should talk about Sad Drawings by Jace because I'm always sharing it to my stories. I think they're fucking awesome, dude.
Thank you. I make drawings and post them on Instagram. See, this is the part where I can't take a compliment.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You just see me pull out a bomb vest. Yeah, but I've been doing that, and then that feels good to just be able to get to still put something out there almost every day. It feels just something to do.
Yeah. For me, it's this podcast really helps a lot because I've tried to detach myself from anything where it's I put it up and then I have to keep checking it for likes because that's just so bad for my brain. So I don't think I haven't tweeted in weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just trying to not do it.
Yeah, that is the negative side effect for sure, is getting addicted to that. But that's story of my life with anything where it's food, drugs, alcohol. good pussy. You know,
I'll get that.
I'm a sommelier.
You should be the first guy to like everybody claims sex addiction after they get in trouble, like Dalia style. You should be the first guy to like claim sex addiction before anything bad really happens. You're like,
I put out an apology video, like the Dalia thing, but it's even more bragging about how much pussy I get.
Yeah. Look, at some point it's gonna come out how much pussy I've been getting. And I just want to,
because you guys watch that, right? Like just half of it is literally him just being like, I mean, every night 40, 50, 60, 70 women wanted to suck my dick, and I fucked them all. I fucked every woman who ever lived. He's like, and I've realized that's wrong now. To fuck every woman really good all the time.
Yeah. That's
it's like we're talking about the kids.
It's funny because like I heard him on, I forget what podcast it was, but he was like, it was only like 2 years ago, but he was claiming that he like does not fuck, that he was like married forever, has like barely sleeps around at all, and it was like. Such like a detailed lie.
Right.
Very
well,
weird.
Yeah, I feel like cheaters do that.
Dude, they've got their alibis, they've got their they
Is he married now?
Yes. That's a good question.
Because I
think so.
I thought he was single
based
at the
on his
time.
apology video.
Yeah. It's fucking weird.
Yeah. and I really barely care. I just think it's funny is all.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like when Oreo tweeted the other day that trans people exist, I really don't care. I just think it's funny that happened.
So tight.
Yeah.
So tight.
And so, and then like Noah Wafers was like scrambling to get their tweet out real quick. I think Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say no. It's funny watching the fucking cookies compete. Like watching the dominoes.
I think one person literally like seriously tweeted like Nabisco, I am holding you responsible for Noah Wafer's silence, and then like Noah Wafer's like quickly was like, we support trans people and fuck the cops, fuck every cop. Right. Yeah, it's very it's Sour Patch Kids is tweeting kill white men. Yeah. It's very funny to me. And I think we've kind of gotten to the point of culture where almost every single person thinks it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know very few. I don't know if I know anybody, except for people on Twitter. Like weird like lib accounts on Twitter, like Brooklyn Dad and shit, who like that stuff's good. I've never met a person in real life who has been like, yeah, it's good. I saw the Oreos tweet was cool.
It's people who got too much heat from being that guy, and they can't like back out at this point.
Yeah.
Or it's guys who like it's like people who were edgy comedians for like 10 years and then stopped in 2015, and then they're like, yeah, I'm actually all about what Oreo Cookies is saying, and please nobody look up a video of me before
definitely don't look up my WTF appearance.
Yeah, please,
please nobody figure out how many times they said the N-word on Comedy Bang Bang.
Yeah, if anybody could please delete my premium blend forever.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny. It's all these comics you grew up loving, and then it's like you like Pat or somebody like who's like my hero as a kid, and now all he does is hit the retweet button and go this like pray hands emoji over and over.
He was why I started stand up, and now it's just like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it's just like nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares either way. Like it's just pathetic.
Yeah.
I guess it's not pathetic because he's rich and his life is much better than mine. You know,
it can still be fucking pathetic. I think it's pathetic the way he like not only, you know what's so funny? There's a podcast appearance of his. I think it's on the Todd Glass show where they talk about why it's not okay to say gay or retarded in comedy, and you know he has that famous bit gay retards, like he's
right,
it's
exactly.
like a great bit, and the way, and he's talking to Todd Glass, he's like, he's like, you know, I think like I used to have a joke where I made fun of like gay people, but I think I was doing it like from a place of power. I was like mocking the idea that you would call somebody, and it's like, you liar, you fucking disingenuous murdering your wife ass liar,
right?
Like, that guy, he bugs me more than most comedians.
Yeah, well, it's funny to see people take comedies so seriously. Like, 'cause you'll see the anti-PC people, or like they're like, no, comedy's about truth, and you can't censor truth. It's like it's also not that either.
Yeah, no.
Like it's just funny. It's just funny. That's it.
Yeah, it does. It can feel like neither side cares about laughing.
No, at all. Yeah.
But I feel like what you're describing, like I feel like the edgier comedians who are successful aren't that way. I feel like it's only like open mic chuds who are like, yeah, my comedy is fucking raw and true.
Right.
Yeah,
or like maybe people who kind of got their notoriety from being that anti. But there is a limit to that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It sucks. Comedy sucks.
It's no good.
I cannot wait to do it again. Honestly,
Yeah.
I can't. I want to do it again so bad.
I'm excited to do
great.
it again, but like it being literally illegal for an entire year is so sick.
Yeah, that is that is pretty
here,
badass.
It's been illegal here. Comedy basically hasn't stopped.
Like, I mean, they're still doing it kind of, but it's like it's nice to see it like culturally just not matter.
Are any of the big venues open out here? Like,
Are any of the what?
Are any of the clubs here doing shit? I know
there's somebody running an indoor open mic. I think it's somewhere on like in Melrose, and they post pictures to the Instagram account of this indoor. I don't recognize any of these comics. Although actually maybe I saw Cole in one of the pictures, but they're just
absolutely
like
Cole is there.
Yeah, they're just posting like packed indoor open mics with like 20 people in the audience, no masks. So
they're doing it, and then Flappers has been still doing open mics the entire time. Flappers will never stop.
I think they're doing virtually, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I actually did. I found like 2 months in the pandemic, just me drunk and on pills. I find I figure out that they're uploading the open mics that people are paying for virtually.
Yes.
And they're uploading those to YouTube, and I'm sending it to every comic that I know that I'm like, try to watch like more than 3 seconds of this. Without,
why would they do that?
Your brains out. Yeah.
Is it on like the Flappers YouTube channel?
Yeah, I think it was like on that basically.
Hell yeah.
I'm bookmarking that right now.
Yeah, you guys that was a fun time. I don't know if they're still up, but it was pretty cool to check out.
That'd be so sick. I'm imagining it's like open micers who have moved to LA recently.
Yeah.
Like, I really felt stagnant in Chicago, so I decided it's time to make a change, and it's like 9 months into a pandemic.
Right. And then I moved to a place that turned into hell within 3 weeks.
Yeah, I figured what my comedy needed was a place where it's illegal to get groceries.
Yeah, dude, it's also funny, like, being in LA for, like, this, like, I was kind of the mindset, because I like LA, of the mindset, like, I'm sticking out the whole time here. I'm never taking a trip back to my parents' house or visiting a friend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you talk to, like, anybody who lives outside LA, they're like, I'm like, yeah, quarantine's been tough. Like, I haven't got to see anybody in, like, 3 months. I'm kind of losing my mind. And they're just like, what are you talking about? Like, life went back to normal, like, within 2 months. Right. For most people.
Yeah. If it weren't for my girlfriend living out here, I would have gone to Pennsylvania like day one when I got fired. Just save all the unemployment money, come back.
Yeah, I should have done the same thing. I should just got fired, found a little place in Texas for a year, because I spent a year in LA, but I mean, I might as well not. I haven't seen anybody.
I mean, rent didn't go down, and none of the advantages of living here are possible.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I think I'm staying here long term. I mean, I like the place.
Yeah, I also don't want to. It's funny, man. I don't want to leave. I mean, I might move to like another major city. I don't want to go back home. And like visiting every year that I go back to visit, I'm just like, yeah, this is definitely not where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
Like, this place sucks. And I do, and like, there's a lot of stuff to like about LA, especially like being in the pandemic and just like walking everywhere and being like, all right, I'm gonna go see shit. I'm gonna go on a little like, I'm gonna make up my own tour of like all like the pedophile houses in LA, and I'm gonna like, really, I'm gonna get like fucking good food. There's cool culture here.
Right.
For sure.
Even the people's argument is like the rent's like expensive, and you can't get a big house or start a family. And in my head, I'm like, that's not really. I don't really care about any of that stuff, really.
Yeah. And where can you do that you want to live?
I mean, yeah, that where I want to live. I mean, I don't live anywhere. So, LA is fine enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, not feel a lot.
Yeah.
So
when you want to be dead, you can really adapt to a lot.
exactly. Yeah. So the only bummer thing is if I did live in Texas, they really I'm a 10 in Texas because they really respect height. So
Yeah.
I'm like the George Clooney of Texas, which is a bummer.
Yeah, I'm the same everywhere. It doesn't change. There's no town I go to where people are just like, "Who's that?"
Right. There's one very specific part of Amish country where you feel.
No, my whole my basically.
There's some feedback on Jace's
Yeah,
end.
I think when you moved your laptop, something happened. Basically, my whole thing, my entire dating life has just been a very small percentage of women are just going to be really into me for no reason at all.
Right.
I'm just going to have to wait for them to drift into my life. There's nothing I can do to influence it one way or the other.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, you're a likable guy. You're an attractive guy.
I can talk.
Yeah, you can talk. Probably a very giving person in a relationship.
Yeah, and first couple dates, till they find out about the podcast, things go good. Things really.
That is the thing. Online dating, it's always you go on 2 dates, and then they're like, "Oh, I listened to your podcast, by the way," and it's like, "Oh God, Jesus Christ!"
Yeah, my girlfriend, she had a list of questions on her phone that she had prepared.
See, this is why my girlfriend came pre-podcast pilled.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
It was nice.
Yeah, it's like you groomed her really through podcasting.
Uh-huh. You're right.
Yeah. No, I get that. I probably date somebody. The problem is any attractive person who likes anything I've made always lives in Canada or Minnesota or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll get the DMs and then I'm like, "Where are you at?" And they're like, "Fucking Ottawa." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to block you now, idiot."
See, Jace, you're like, "I'm going to block you." I'm like, "I'm buying a plane ticket right now."
Yeah, I'm just lazy where I'm like, I'm driving 20 minutes tops. Alhambra is my limit.
Yeah, dude, it's just it's just that Indiana Jones flight map of pussy for me.
Right. Yeah, and you always have a tiny Asian child you bring with you.
Well, yeah. Not far
No,
off.
that just knocks loose a story of me when I was a younger guy and I was just starting to have sex in LA. Because I've only been having sex 7 years because of the Christian thing.
Oh yeah, had you had sex in college or how old are you, Jace?
No, I was 23 when I had sex for the first time.
Okay.
So 30 now,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But I was out of college because I was still Christian in college, and I drove all the way down to Laguna Beach or something, one of those 2-3 hour drives.
Hell yeah.
Just because I matched with somebody on a dating app, and they're like, "I don't even want to talk to you. Just come to my place and we'll hook up for the day." I was like, "Tight. I've had sex 3 times, so this is cool." And
time for me to trek to the pussy.
yeah, time for me to. You got to trek to the pussy.
You go outside.
Yes.
You just have a sled and dogs.
I was literally about to say that. Yeah, I'm in Balto carrying medicine.
Mush.
This man got I did rod the pussy.
Yeah, me showing up, big icicles on my beard. But drove 2 or 3 hours on a Saturday, and then just got there at noon, and then we just made beautiful love for a couple hours.
Oh, yeah.
I slept. We did it again, and then it was time for me to leave. And then I walk out into the living room, and she's this huge, I swear to God, 6 foot by 3 foot wooden sign that has burned into it 867-5309. And I go, "Oh, you must be a huge fan of that song." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "The song 867-5309. She's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And I was like, I just walked out the door. It was very, very weird. And then I realized I'm "Oh, this is a crazy person that I just had sex with, because I'm an idiot."
Yeah.
See, I would be afraid a 3 hour drive. In my experience, you really got to catch not that I've ever like I've never like gone over to a woman's place to fuck from like an app. There's always a date or something. But I feel like most of the time it's like, hey, do you want to go do this? Like if I gave the woman 3 hours to change her mind, I'm gonna show up and she's just gonna not answer my texts.
Dude, one time, 4th of July, I drove from DC to Pittsburgh to fuck a girl in like a Holiday Inn. Yeah, I needed it.
Right.
I needed that W.
You were on a train next to Joe Biden. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was a wild one. And then like we like spent 4th of July like in this fucking like it was in a hotel in like a what do you call it? Like a business park basically, where it's like we were away from everything, we couldn't see fireworks. And then I made her buy me Burger King. And I paid for the hotel room.
That's a real king move right there.
Yeah, you had to do it, dude.
Jace, you did just make me remember. I feel like that is really a thing of like either the next morning or like after you come to your senses, you really become aware of shit in the apartment that you glossed over on your way in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like, why is there a giant marlin like in her bedroom?
Yeah. I remember just like waking up the next morning after like a date and just looking around and it's like all Jack Skellingtons. And then like it was like all Nightmare Before Christmas shit and then just like medication everywhere. Like jars of pills everywhere. And then it turns out that she was dying.
Oh, I remember this girl. That's right. I remember this story.
What was she dying from?
Cystic fibrosis.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I mean, she wasn't dying imminently, but it's like you check out at like 30 max with that.
Right.
That was why she had Jack Skellington in there, dude.
Yeah.
She was trying to embrace the darkness.
Yeah, she was twisted, dude.
But she was like telling me like not to use a condom, and I was like, that's weird. Why would she think that? And then after I'm like, oh, fucking, you don't have to live with these consequences.
Right, yeah.
We're gonna check out. I'm gonna raise our kid.
Right. Yeah. Oh man, that's brutal. Yeah. No, I've done some really. I've had sex with some brutal people that you don't realize until afterwards.
Any highlights?
Dude, sometimes you don't realize.
I had a woman
later.
stalk me one time.
What?
I had a woman kind of stalk me for a little bit, for like a couple weeks. Like she wasn't like following me and driving because I never do anything in my own place because I live with my brother. So that's just weird. Move. Yeah. So I'm like John Wick. I'm just always I have a big violin case I'm carrying around. But she like kept like sending me like these, like I basically told her, I was like, hey, went on a couple of dates, not interested. And then she kept sending me like these paragraphs, texts. And I asked her to stop. She wouldn't stop. So eventually it gets to the point where I just block her. And then she does the same thing on Instagram, block her there, does the same thing on Twitter, block her there. She creates another Instagram account, block her there. And then she got like a burner phone or like a Google phone number, whatever. And then I blocked her there. And then eventually kind of like, it was very flattering, a little scary, but it was flattering.
Damn.
Yeah. Plus she was like a 5 foot tall Asian woman. So I wasn't really like horrified or anything, Like I could kick her ass pretty easily.
Unless she came strapped.
Right. Well, I always keep a gun on me.
Right. She might kick it out of your hands, dude.
Yeah. Jace always keeps a small pistol in his ass when he fucks.
Right. Yeah.
He pulls it out to hold it against her temple while he fucks her.
Right.
Yeah. Just covered in shit.
I have one of those guns that comes out of the wrist, except it's in my tank.
Yeah. You have the taxi driver like extendo gun, but like you're nude, so it's clearly visible.
Right.
It would be awesome if Jace is like fucking this woman and he's fucking her so wildly like he sneaks the gun out of his ass, pushes it against her temple, and then puts it back in his ass. And then like the next morning she's like, hey, was there a gun last night? Did you take a gun out?
I'd be like, no, what the hell are you talking about? My fake accent I use on dates. What the hell are you talking about, bitch? Yeah, I fuck, but I keep the dirty, hairy, like cop shoulder straps with the gun under the armpit. I keep that on with no shirt while I'm doing it.
I tried to that was a bit I tried to do. I forget how it went, but basically, like the idea was that I wanted to have just a holster but no gun, so people think I'm really mysterious.
Right.
The holster costs like $20. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have the holster. People are like, did he lose the gun?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Every time you take your jacket off and the holster's empty, you have to be like, "Oh, fuck!"
Oh shit!
Like, fuck.
Man.
Hold on, everyone, stand up. Get your cell phone light out. It's like you lost a contact lens.
Right.
Everybody, look.
Yeah. You guys have guns?
No. I tried to. I bought one during the pandemic because I was having a manic episode.
Sure.
But I returned it.
You brought the receipt.
Well, they in California they make you wait 10 days to pick it up, so I had to like beg them during that 10 days to give me my money back and not give me the gun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I shouldn't have it. I remember I didn't tell anybody. I just like went, took the test or whatever, filled out the paperwork for the background check, like bought the gun, and then I like later in the day I like FaceTimed then it was like a new relationship, so she's really a trooper. But I was just like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I bought a gun today. And she's like, oh? I'm like, yeah, it's just, I really feel like it's been a long time since I've had a mental health episode or anything in the midst of just a full manic breakdown. I'm like,
0 days.
Yeah, I'm like...
0 days since last retard freak out.
Yeah, the big warehouse sign. Yeah.
I'm just like, my meds have been like really stable recently, and I'm really passionate about it from like a rights point of view, like exercising my rights. She's like, okay, I don't like this, but I don't want to tell you what to do.
You know it's bad when you had like a justification prepared.
Yeah,
like you had already been thinking of like why, like you like you wrote a note to your parents why I deserve a gun,
like an essay on why this gun is actually good.
Even like when I was like waiting out because this was back when like the lines around like you'd be in a line at the gun shop that goes like around the block because everybody wanted a gun.
Yeah,
they were all the rage.
Yeah, but like. I even remember being in the line and it being like, I'd been there like 4 hours at this point waiting and being like, I think I might be having a manic episode. But then I was like, but I already waited in line for like 4 hours. I can't quit now.
Yeah, I almost had, because we have like a bunch of guns back in Texas. I almost had my parents mail me some guns. that seemed a little risque.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy
what guns?
What's that?
What guns were you going to get mailed?
They're all shotguns.
Okay.
All shotguns and rifles. Yeah, I'm not a handgun guy, but we used to go hunting sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to go hunting. I've only ever target shot.
Yeah. Hunting's sad. Because you shoot something and then you just watch it like die in front of you. It's like utterly like sad.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, if I'm crying at Rise of Skywalker, I bet that hunting is gonna not go so good for me.
You will not.
I used to go with my dad, and we go dove hunting, and I was like the bird dog, so he'd like shoot it, and then the bird falls, but it's like bird shot, so it's not like dead or anything. And then I'd have to go run after and get it, and then you have to rip its head off, to make sure it's dead. And then it's like head is still like opening and closing like that, and the eyes are looking around. It's very, very morbid and dark.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's why when I have sex, I have to have somebody step on my balls and crush them.
You need them to crush your bird.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Grab the head of your dick and twist and pull.
And I'm like, I'm sorry for what I did.
My buddy just invited me to go shooting with him, and I was like, "Are the gun ranges open?" He's like, "No, we're gonna go shooting out in Joshua Tree." And I was what do you shoot? He's like, rocks, the sand, and I was like, hell yes.
Yeah.
I'll go fucking shoot the ground with you for a weekend.
That's better than a gun range. It's just to shoot, just to shit outside.
Just like seeing how close I can get it to my foot.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Shoot a bullet up in the air, see what happens.
Yeah.
I hate gun ranges because they're so like, you're standing next to a stranger.
Yeah.
With like the biggest gun you've ever seen indoors. It's kind of disheartening. Yeah,
it does strike you where you're like, you look around, you start eyeing certain people, and you're like, if that guy decided to take us all out, what would happen?
Yeah, he's right to do it.
Yeah, because I know, like, you know, when you're standing next to a ledge and part of you's like, what if you jumped? But you don't like want to, but your brain still thinks that. Mm-hmm. Like, it's the same thing at like the gun range. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like, what if I just turned and blew this guy's? And I know he's thinking the same thing.
Whenever you're presented with those threshold moments in life, it's like it is like a doorway, like a wormhole, like pulling you towards it. Where you're like, I want to go through this door. I mean, I don't want to go through this door, but it's calling me for sure.
I think this is.
I get that driving all the time, where I'm literally like, oh, you could just drive into this 18-wheeler and just obliterate everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more concerning that, like, when I go to a gun range, like, while I'm in there, I forget what guns are and what they do. I just enter this, like, zen place, and it never even occurs to me to kill myself.
You become the gun.
Do that. Yeah.
Yeah. You are having such a bad manic episode that you think you're Steven Seagal in your head.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. You're doing gun kata like Christian Bale. He's doing full equilibrium in the gun range.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, emotions are outlawed. It's the future.
The range officer doesn't even stop me.
Right. He's like, oh, we got another equilibrium kid. Any kid that comes in who's between the ages of 26 and 34, he just knows he's going to be autistic.
Yeah, that's got to be a red flag. Like, when someone my age comes in and takes the class and says they've never really shot before.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's got to be a red flag. It's like, well, then why are you doing this? You're supposed to, like...
He sees you practicing just real quick.
just like a greasy hair 26-year-old kid in like a striped polo dual wielding rifles in the gun range.
Right. Yeah. You put the little sign up, and as it's going out, everybody just sees that it's like a kid at a school on the sign.
Yeah. Well, I wanted, dude. For the longest time, I wanted to go to the gun range at Burbank and bring printouts of our senior photos and ask if we could shoot them.
I'm sure they'd let us do that.
They have to let us do that.
Yeah, they let other people use very offensive targets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a lot there, but the one that really struck me was someone had a target of Kim Jong-un, but he was like Simpsons yellow. It was like it was just like a caricature, like from the boardwalk.
Right. Holding a big tennis racket.
yeah, on a skateboard.
He was riding a nuke like a horse.
Damn.
Yeah, it's also funny that like at the Burbank ones, they have the target where it's like, you know, like the silhouette of a man, but they have like multiple colors. Like, you can pick if you want it to be like white, black, or beige. It's like, why? What's that about?
Yeah. What's the beige mean, huh? Well, column A, column B, huh?
I mean, what you want to do is you want to line them up like a family.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I want to go to that gun range like Keanu goes to in all those YouTube videos where he's training.
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to do that, where you're walking through a maze shooting.
Right. It is like the school shooter, like Marine training.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty badass.
Well, it's funny how bad that stuff looks without like editing. Because like whenever you see just like a unbroken like long take of somebody doing that stuff, it's like, oh, you look like you're gonna get shot right away. Like,
right, exactly.
Yeah. I love gun.
You need
YouTube.
to come down in here. Here, I can open that. Sorry, I'm doing a podcast real quick.
You opening a jar of pickles or something?
Yeah, I'm opening a jar for the woman.
Nice.
There you go.
Are you serious? You just got it?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, dude. Sorry.
Wow, so generous, dude. Look how great are you?
I'm a great guy. What can I say? Yeah, Katie's doing an all soup cleanse right now, which a friend. This is some other friends like. It really sounds like a fake diet from 30 Rock that Tracy Morgan's doing.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good thing to do.
She's cleansing with like navy bean soup.
Gross.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Anyway, I was saying gun YouTube rules. I remember watching this Because for some reason, like, when I was buying the gun, I was, like, researching. I was like, what gun should I buy? And then I was like, what if I buy, like, a big revolver? Like, the least practical self-defense
Tell me,
one.
I know for sure you Googled what guns did the Koreans use during the riots.
No. No, but I remember I was really into the Smith & Wesson 586, which is, like, the 686, which is a fun gun to shoot, but with a blued finish. And I was just looking up videos of people shooting it, and the one ruled is just this fat guy from, like, probably Texas, just a complete circle, just so fat.
Right.
And what he was shooting, he didn't have a target. He would throw, like, a 20-ounce bottle of soda in the air and then unholster his gun and shoot it.
Oh,
hell yeah.
So sick.
Yeah, I love that. This guy's so fat that he can't holster his gun.
He's so fat he doesn't actually have a holster. He just, like, puts it there under his belly.
Yeah, just tuck it under one titty. Yeah. He's so fat that when he's got the holster on, the fat goes into the trigger and just shoots the gun.
But then he's also so fat that it doesn't really hurt him.
Right, yeah. It's like one of those girls who doesn't know they're pregnant.
Yeah. He's just bleeding.
He doesn't realize they're just bullets tunneling into the side of his thighs.
Right. Just 5 years from now, it just pushes out. Like that one rapper from the Ghetto Boys, I think. I forget who it was. You remember that?
No, I don't know.
There's a rapper. He kind of went viral because he like got shot 20 years ago, and the bullet finally made its way like to the top of his skin.
Damn.
And it was a video of him like pushing it out because it finally made it to the surface.
Damn.
Like popping a zit?
Yeah, like basically, like it was just like you could see it looked like a bullet that was like right underneath the skin, and he's like, yeah, that had just been like lodged next to my spinal cord for like 20 years, and then your body eventually like just slowly pushes stuff out of it.
Yeah,
and then he was just squeezing it, and it eventually just kind of popped out.
I'm gonna fucking watch that tonight.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That does sound pretty sick.
Yeah, it was Macklemore actually. Now I remember. Yeah. It was Macklemore tried to kill himself because he thought he was gay in the second grade.
Yeah, you kill yourself by shooting yourself in the spine.
Right? Dude, I'm so fucking sick. I'm gonna shoot myself in the spine.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever? I've thought this through, but like if I do it, I do the double, like noose around the neck, on the stool, then gun. Just like as a safety switch, you know what I mean?
Oh, so shoot yourself. Yeah. So then if the bullet doesn't do it, then you're already falling with the noose.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the noose seems like scary to me.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Plus, it is scary, like how it is scary how many people get shot in the head and live.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
we were talking about like dark subreddits earlier.
Right.
I subscribed to like some different gun Reddits. And one of them had like this cross post from a sub called Idiots with Guns. And I was like, oh, that looks fun. It's like videos of people being like really unsafe with guns and like gun safety shit. So I click on it and it's like, no, it's like just people dying. Like the very first one I watched, I'm just scrolling and it's just this like guy in a car playing with his gun and he's like arguing with his girlfriend. And his girlfriend takes it and like lets a round go loose. And it like domes him, but he just like immediately has like a stroke and starts like drooling and like groaning, and I'm just like, this is not a fun subreddit at all.
Damn.
We really are. This is three people who are real victims of the internet, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if we were all born in 1970, we'd just be the happiest go lucky guys. We want to know what an anxiety disorder is.
No. We would just eat like healthy, unprocessed food.
Right.
Maybe we'd see like George.
Somebody would mention the DSM-5 and we'd be like, what's that? Is that like a college team?
We'd maybe see George Carlin like on TV and be like, huh, seems gay. All right.
Yeah, it seems like something a little Sissy Mary would do.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go work. I'm going to go build cars.
Right. I'm going to go put in a double horseshoe and hate my wife.
It's fine. I have two feelings about it. Like, sometimes I hate that I was raised on like the internet, and other times I'm really quite happy with it. I find myself like reveling in like the pleasures of like I don't know weird 4chan media.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I just need to take a break from it, probably, which I just haven't done.
It's tough.
This is the
now
first time I haven't worked in a while, in like fucking 10 years. So I kind of don't know what to do with myself, you know?
Yeah, I've been going through waves where like it's been since like June. So like for the first couple months, it was sick, and then it started getting really dark, and then I had my first semester of college. So then I was like busy, not thinking about it. But then in between like my break between the semesters, I just crashed and I was like, I'm such a piece of shit. I'm such a loser. And then now I'm back in school again, and like it feels better, but then also it's like reminding me what a fuck up I am. So I'm 29 and I'm learning how to factor polynomials. It's like,
fuck it, I forgot about polynomials. So you just said that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the point I'm getting to, where it's like I'm such a fuck up. I'm like 30. And I'm like trying to get reshared by like this leftist Instagram account. I'm worrying that I'm getting too many woke to racist followers and I'll get canceled. So I gotta post more racist stuff now so my audience doesn't cancel me.
It like
damn,
you guys
dude,
say
that's
you feel
real.
like losers, but this does feel like the new benchmark for our generation. This is kind of where like it feels like a lot of people are at.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
guess so.
Yeah, all of this, that's the thing with like depression or anxiety, is like all of this, like when put under a magnifying glass, like immediately falls, like, you know, like just folds in on itself. But you know,
I guess
I'm really kind of against the point where I think it's just more chemicals than anything. It's just dumbass chemicals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you just eat nothing but like salads and work out every day, like you won't feel like that.
I've gotten all like junk food and processed food out of my diet in the pandemic too. Like I'm only snacking.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I'm trying to I'm just trying to cook every night. Only snacking on like carrots and nuts.
Right.
High fiber. I feel I'm like I wish I had done this when I moved to LA instead of like getting depressed and just like getting Jack in the Box for every meal, because it definitely made it all worse.
Yeah, that's been the struggle now. Is I keep going back and forth. Like when I got that diagnosis about my liver, I was eating pretty healthy for like 2 weeks. And then just like, that is like the one big addiction for me is just food. Mm-hmm. So it almost feels like getting sober, as gay as that sounds, but that's kind of how it is.
I do feel kind of good because like I've been trying to eat better, not really eat better, just eat less. Like been eating 1,500 calories a day, trying to lose weight. And today I was like, man, it's been a while since I've had like a disgusting meal. Let me have like a really like light breakfast and like light lunch so that I can fit Wendy's into my calories for dinner. And I felt like someone shot me. It felt awful after I ate it.
Dude, that's what I was telling you.
That's real eating disorder logic right there. I did that like last week where I didn't eat all day so I could get Wingstop at like 4. And then just like literally like I would have felt healthier if I just cut one of my hands off.
Well, once
you
stop
so hard.
Yeah.
I've been getting, it's really fucking hard, but I'm starting to teach myself to like stop eating before all the food's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so hard. I have to like hide the food from myself, like put it on a different plate.
One thing that helps me is even if I am going off the rails, like I know it's kind of gone, like just kind of trying to be present while I'm going off the rails. And then when I do that, that kind of like allows me to link like, oh, okay, I notice that I'm increasingly feeling more and more horrible with every bite that I eat. So at least it kind of like links up in my brain versus where you're like, you just kind of, you do it like how I imagine like a child molester would like fuck a kid. Like you just like quick and like run. And like, what happened? And then like you don't even like realize, like you don't even link terrible feeling.
And I'm like, what
anymore?
I'm like, what the food wanted me to eat it. Like we're different. Right. Like you guys are pigs, but like what me and the food are doing is like different because the food's okay with it.
Right. Yeah. You notice I was molested. I can't think of an analogy. Just I was molested.
Yeah, with food, I really do have the logic of like, have you guys seen? Is it Searchlight? Spotlight? What's that movie?
Spotlight.
Yeah, Spotlight. Yeah. The priest who like is like, no, well, because I was molested. I just give the boys pleasure. It would be wrong if I was coming.
He's talking about it like it's a fraternity that he rushed. He's like, you don't understand. I was legacy, so
That's a weird movie, just like structurally, because like I don't think I've watched any other movie where like it's purely just like the mechanics of an investigation. None of the characters really matter, and it ends before the climax.
Yeah, it's very like it's because it's not even like some grand thing. It's just like this is what happens, and then at the end, it's such a bummer movie because at the end they're like, by the way, no one was punished, and here's this story happens, and here's 800 cities in the world where this is also happening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah, and then now we're back where we're like, what, you think that there's secret pedophiles? Okay, right. QAnon MAGA guy.
Yeah, fucking Q.
Yeah. Okay, go storm the Capitol if you think pedophilia exists.
Right. Excuse me, Queen, we're bombing Syria now. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it is funny to watch everybody like, because I feel like people just follow that conspiracy theory route just too far.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then you end up in Q territory, which is nonsense. But like the beginning, like stuff, I feel like is based or like at least somewhere around the truth.
Yeah, I mean,
usually,
like Jeffrey Epstein existed, and he had a pedophile sex island.
Oh yeah,
right,
so it's not crazy to be like there are secret pedophile elites.
Right.
That reminds
but then people
me.
just keep going, and it's like, oh, Tom Hanks is like raping and eating kids.
Oh,
and,
I mean, he's not eating them. That's crazy.
He's not eating them.
Okay, my apologies. But more funny that Trump was going to like parachute in during the inauguration, like he was in Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Is very
That is so sick to go from like to somehow go to Pizzagate to like Trump is secretly still president.
Right. Yeah, that's like actually awesome to be that like off course. It's great.
Like I don't even know how you would like walk someone back from that. I think you just have to kill that guy. Like right, yeah. You're never going to fix his brain.
It's funny to see somebody who's like so like completely wrong that everyone can agree about it.
Yeah. You can't walk most of these people back. I mean, like the thing I always say with all this is like a lot of these people, their impulses are right.
Right.
Like you shouldn't trust the government. Like there is crazy shit going on, but it's like you can't teaching them how to discern and I guess like you could say the same thing about whatever we believe too. But it's just it's frustrating. It's because like I want to meet these people in the middle on a lot of things, and they always just take you down a path where you're like, there's no way I can co-sign this.
That's the problem is like, especially like I feel like I try to make stuff that like makes fun of both sides. Sorry, I just said that, but
no, yeah.
And then you always have like whatever side you're making fun of is I'll have these fans who are like here on either side, and it's like I also don't agree with whatever you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah. Just people take it like crazy far.
Well, everybody's like Facebook is manipulating you to do that.
Right.
Like, I don't think people remember how to debate like in person anymore. Like retardedly I have somehow wound up in a political science 101 class with a bunch of 19-year-olds. And just listening to these like class discussions, it's insane. It's so weird.
Yeah.
What are their big like mostly opinions on stuff?
It's just either like just like insane like very simplistic capitalism, or it's like, I mean, it's pretty much what you would expect. It's like people with like rich parents who think that like no one should pay taxes, and then it's people clapping with the Oreos Twitter account.
Right. Hell yeah. Yeah.
But then also everybody's 19 and retarded.
Right.
And like part of my grade is I have to like participate in the discussion.
That's fantastic. That class is going to be the one that cancels you guys.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
That'll be their final project is canceling you guys.
I refuse to turn my mic on because I don't want them to like see that I have like a board here. Like I don't want them to be like, "Hey Brendan, why do you have a mixer?"
Right. There's like a 2-foot wide space in your bedroom that doesn't show podcasting equipment or samurai swords, and you got to stay right in the middle of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like how kids are getting in trouble because like they turn the camera on, they have like a Nerf gun in the background. I'm gonna be the oldest guy for that to happen.
Right.
Except I just get swatted.
Right. You're gonna be like that girl who had her mic on while she was having sex accidentally.
Oh, that
Except
happens?
it's just your girlfriend begging you to fuck her.
Trying to bribe you with like toys and video games.
Right. Yeah, damn.
Brendan, what I was going to say, I got to send this to you. My cousin, who loves the podcast, who reps his Carrot Hour shirt like in all his family photos, which is sick. He sent me this really sick documentary that I guess has been like pulled from online called Out of Shadows. Dude.
Oh, I love a good documentary you can only watch like on Vimeo with a password.
In a Google Drive.
Yeah.
He sent it to me in a Google Drive. He must be paying for like premium Google Drive to host this whole movie. But it's tight. It's about this dude who was like a very famous like stuntman and like second unit director in Hollywood. Like he was on like the Fast and Furious movies, all this shit. And he injured himself on a stunt where he had to go see like this thing starts out and you're skeptical, and then like literally like by the 10-minute mark, I'm like, damn, Satan is controlling Hollywood, dude. I am like all in with what this guy.
Wait, hold on. You kind of like your connection kind of glitched. What does he do?
So he's like a second unit. He was a stuntman. He was a stuntman in like the Fast and the Furious films, Need for Speed films. He was like a second unit director on a lot of things. He like held like high positions in like major studio films in Hollywood. He's like friends with like all of these, and like you can look him up. He's got an IMDb. Like he's legit. And he injured himself doing a stunt where he like injured his groin like pelvic floor area. So he had to go see this pelvic floor specialist to like rehab his groin area. And like in developing this friendship with her, she's like a deeply spiritual person. She's like, yo, like she's like, I'm gonna share something really fucked up with you. Like I'm a pelvic floor specialist. I'm like one of the few like only good ones in all of Los Angeles. She's like, and most of my job is me like helping women who have been raped by like Hollywood elites. Which like sends him down this like crazy rabbit hole. It's I don't know. It's a good documentary. That's all I'll say. I watched the whole thing.
There's something about the pelvic floor guys, because that was what Larry Nassar, the U.S. Olympics guy, did as well.
Yeah,
he would always he gave like 4,000 women pelvic floor exams, but he did it like through their like he stuck his hand like all the way up their pussy,
right? Yeah.
To do it, which like you just don't need to do.
Yeah, and he would but he did it confidently too. Like, wasn't he the guy who like did that like, and he'd be in the room with the girl's parents?
Yeah, that was the crazy thing, because like when the story finally broke, it was literally like 4,000 cases where they were in the room and they're like, oh, I guess this is just another weird gymnastics thing that we all do, you know?
Yeah. So he was using his pelvic floor prowess for evil. This lady is allegedly on the side of good and justice,
right? Yeah,
but yeah,
they're like Superman and Lex Luthor, but for pussy exams.
Yeah, for the bottom of the pussy.
Yeah, for the bottom of the pussy. Yeah, some people look at the pussy as half full.
See, the problem with your daughter's pussy is all bottomed out. She's been dragging this pussy on the road. So essentially, if your daughter's pussy was a car, the rack and pinion is leaking.
Right. Yeah. See, the Chinese team does so well because they got the smallest pussies on the Olympics. I have a dog.
Asian pussies, much like Asian cars, they run forever. They just run. You just got to change the lube. Was Larry Nassar a smooth black guy?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Lawrence Nassar was his name. Yeah.
Dude, I keep laughing about. I don't do stand-up, so I could never do this bit. But I keep laughing about a black mom who names her sons DeVry and University. Nobody to say that joke to.
Right.
How would you even do that in stand-up?
I have no idea.
I wish that's how stand-up worked. You just be at a notebook. You're like, what about this? What about...
what about...
You just Rod Serling the bitch. You're like, imagine if you will.
Right.
A single black mother.
No, I straight up did that today where I was like, okay, City Slickers 2... What about titty lickers goo? And I'm like, what am I gonna do with that? Yeah. Like, literally, where does that go?
You say that you look up from your notebook. You're like, no. All right, cross that one out.
The Legend of Curly's Ass. Anybody?
Yeah. That's your Joker notebook.
Right, my Joker notebook. Yeah. The worst thing about being gay is having to tell no one.
Yeah. Honestly, my only complaint about the Joker movie is that he got booked more than I do.
Right.
That was a booked show at a club.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Joker.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's my hero.
My mom's reaction to that movie was literally like she fell in love with the Joker.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, she started sending me. She saw Joker, then she started sending me a bunch of Joker art on Instagram.
Hell yeah!
Like, there's like a time difference, so I would just like wake up at 6 a.m. My mom is like sending me paintings of the Joker.
Right, that's great.
And then I guess there were a bunch of like protests in South America where people were like rioting in Joker makeup, and my mom was just like sending me videos, just like love this with like a heart emoji.
Oh, I love that. For a year, Joker makeup became Pepe the Frog.
Right.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, moms love, because I knew a mom who also fell in love with the Joker. I think it's because he was a dancer, honestly. I think that's why moms love Joker.
That's a good point.
Because the mom I know, she kept being like, he could only express himself through dancing. And I was like, that's right. That's very right. Yeah. Now go back to making your, fucking photograph album with the glitter in it. You stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that in theaters, by the way?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun watching it in theaters, because I legitimately bought into the hype of like, oh, maybe this place will get shot up or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. It was exciting. It's like being in the splash zone at SeaWorld.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think even I saw Tarantino talking about this, but he said like he thought the movie was bad until it got to the talk show scene, and he goes, the tension. He's like, you had to see it in the theater because the tension is just insane. I was literally like in my head, it was like when I'm on a plane because I hate flying. I was like, oh, when he finally shoots the guy, that's when the guy will just open fire inside the theater.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm also an insane person. I don't know. Maybe that's too far.
No. I think a lot of people were feeling that way, and it was exciting.
Yeah, it was fun to go with a big group of boys, joke about which one of you brought the gun.
Right.
Yeah,
and all of you have a backpack there that you haven't opened.
Yeah, that was like a great of nights in Los Angeles. That was probably one of my better ones. It was me and the boys. We got barbecue. Then we went to the movie theater next to Flappers. Watched Joker.
Right.
Loading up on meats.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do you remember there were theaters that were not admitting single men. They were like, as a policy, we're not. If you show up and you're a single young male, we won't let you into the theater. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, it's funny that was like literally like the public enemy number one was the Joker, and then 5 months later, like we entered a global pandemic, and like literally just America's like kind of over.
Yeah, I wonder if mass shootings are gonna like once people can go places again, if we're gonna see like if they're gonna kick back up like all at once.
Yeah,
I'm surprised somebody hasn't shot up a Zoom class, like driven to their teacher's house and like shot it up or something.
Shoot the webcam like James Bond, and then the blood goes down the
screen. Right. Hey, Emma.
Yeah.
Aw. That's cute. Boys, I hate to cut this short, but we've been going for about 2:45, right?
Yeah, my legs are pretty much numb at this point.
Yeah,
I can't sit down that long.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
hey,
sorry.
Emma, come here. I want to see if I can get Emma on the thing.
Oh, look.
We're not
that's
using
Emma.
the video, unfortunately.
She's cute.
Right next to Epstein's temple right there.
Damn. Dude, what does Emma know?
Hell yeah.
Emma's done some nefarious shit.
All right, you have anything you want to plug before we call it, Jace?
Just my drawings. Follow me on Instagram because I have more followers there. So I want more followers there. It's Sad Drawings by Jace. Jace is spelled Jace. So
nice.
Yeah. That's it.
All
Jace
right.
is Jace. Oh wait, hang on. I was gonna plug something real quick.
Yeah.
What?
Please follow me on Letterboxd. I'm having so much fun on Letterboxd. I would like more people to follow me. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, Jace. This was fun.
All right. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I really like you guys are both very funny, and I always have fun talking to you guys. So,
well, thank you.
This was nice to give me a little bit less of a dog brain for a week.
Hell yeah. All right.
So,
Thanks.
All right.
See ya.
I'll see you guys.
See ya.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See a lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo, heavy petting on a Friday night. Not talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh that's right, it's time to fillet, no need to debate me. I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.
Everybody